Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. Hope all of you have been having a good weekend so far. Of course, with the new mythic that has recently come into the game yesterday, a good majority of this stream is going to be us in PvP using the Ubastet to basically kill everything in sight in double kills. And sometimes it gets triple kills and sometimes it gets quad kills. It really depends on what they'll do to revive. One of my favorite teams for this, as I mentioned in the past, is Gorgolfa, Goblin, Azura, Ubastet. You can also just do double Goblin instead if you need it even cheaper. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it, and that's mainly what we're going to be doing for most of the stream, just kind of testing it, see what kind of rates you can get for PvP, and just normal with it, kind of just get more familiar with the team, as this might actually be one of my main teams I use now. I'm not fully certain on that, but it's definitely a bit of fun, or I still find it fun. I'll go over this down. If anyone has any questions throughout the stream or anything that you guys want to ask, need help building teams or anything of the such, feel free to mention them, and we'll definitely get around to them. So we'll go for the double kill. He instantly dies because we had enough damage on one, just to pressure him, and just get all of our mana back, and that'll be match again. We get a free turn, just make sure that there's enough damage so he does go down, and double kill. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I actually have a pet active right now. I should probably go and claim it, just make sure it goes down, and there we go. I believe we had a billy goat there that was occurred while I was setting up the stream, and I didn't take it yet because, well, I was setting up the stream, so let me actually go get that. Yeah, 42 minutes ago, or 42 minutes left, I mean. So let's just go claim that real quick. I'm still going to use the Doom Skull spam on this. There really isn't much of a need to go switch it out. We technically could. That new trip would actually be pretty good against pets, but I'll just stick with Doom Skulls for now. Because if I change one, I'd feel the need to change all of them. And it'd be really weird just changing one and not literally all of them. And it would always throw me off then. So I'm just leaving them all as Doom Skulls for now. Okay, so right off the bat here, we have it on purple. So we got that down. That gives us Gorgolfa. Kill that off just... Oh, how did he not die to just explosion? Guess I overestimated how much damage that would do. Oh, not that big a deal. We'll go and convert out the blue there. Ideally, we'll have alignment, which we do. Ideally, we'll have alignment again, which we do. And down it goes. Don't even need to do anything else. His ability alone is overkill. And as is tradition, this team just randomly gets a map basically every cast it does. Hey, hello, Brian. Hello, Bunny Killer. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Watcher. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone else. Okay, let's go take a blue. Grab that. Get Apothecary. See if we can take a blue there. Should be able to. Grab that. Get our Gorgolfa down. Take our purple. And we will have some redeem codes throughout the stream as well. First one will be probably about midway point. Actually, first one will be when we get our first gnome. How about that? Or midway point, whichever one happens first. Because there's a chance we won't get a gnome. I think I found 3 gnomes all throughout yesterday. Not just during the stream, but also off stream. Like, only 3 the entire day. Did not get that lucky. But then again, of course, when there's not a gnome event, the rate of them just seems so horrifically bad for trying to get gnomes. There we go. At least we got a pet gnome yesterday. Oh, and there's the map, as always. It's like 80% chance when using this team to get a map, pretty much. Not like we need them, but you never know. They might do something to maps in the future that will make them actually worth using. And when they do, we will be prepared, because we have more maps than we know what to do with. We'll go take the green. Get that to full. How does that not have any alignment with all those blues next to yellows? Oh, we did. Oops. Whoops. I guess we did have alignment. Go figure. But there we go. Oh, we didn't get our map. It cheated us a map. Oh well. We'll go into the next one. The annoying Nixes and their full mana drains. Also, thank you for your subscribe. Much appreciated. Okay, we'll go to take the purple down. See what else we have here. Go take the blue into the red. Go and take ourselves a yellow to blue. And now we just need to get Apothecary down. So we'll go get that. See if we have the convert here. And we do. That gets the kill. Another kill. Another kill. Oh, we almost got all of them in one cascade. Close. Very close. Yeah, hello, Enoch. Welcome. Okay, I'll go down, take ourselves for brown, get ourselves the full board clear. Before we do, grab his mana just so we get it to full. Throw an Apothecary nowheres. Let me move that, move that. And do we have alignment off that? Yes, we do. So I'll grab that. Hit him for this. Okay, good. I was going to say, how did you not have full mana? Grab that. And down it goes. As to be expected. And then we just have the last three. This guy isn't even that good, the little goat thing. But hey, you still got to go for every pet. You never know. Not to mention, we get a little bit of gems, we get a little bit of orbs. Even if the pet's completely useless, even if it's a cosmetic pet, there's still, to some degree, a value in getting them up. Of course, cosmetic pets are the absolute last ones you would ever want to do. But still, there's at least some desire to go and get them, because you get a little bit of gems and you get the orbs eventually off of them. And hello, Strawn! Glad you could join us. So that reminds me, I wonder how Invasion's doing this week. I didn't see who was on the leaderboard this time around. I don't think it was anyone who I recognized this time. Normally they don't for Invasion. Bounty Hunter tends to be the biggest time. Also, Bounty Hunter is next Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Because we just had a Mythic this week. We had the Treasure Gnome the previous week. So yeah, next Friday should be Bounty Hunter. That should be fun. I don't know if I'll be playing it out or not. I don't even recall if the troop's going to be any good. Let me go double check. I didn't even bother checking that. Let me see. Bounty Hunter for next week is... okay, it's going to be a Naga. It's a brown-yellow. Rare, obviously. All the Bounty Hunters are rare. It's 10 mana cost. It deals magic plus 2 damage to an enemy, and diseases and poisons them. That is not that good, though it is 100% disease chance, which there really aren't that many diseases in the game. But it, of course, has the standard bounty trait, 2 times to 6 times, based on Ascension. Allied Nagas gain 2 armor, and it reduces damage by skulls by 25%. So with that all being said, will I be going and trying for it? I think I will. I don't know. It seems useless, which it is. It's definitely useless. But of course, it's the rewards more so that I'd be doing it for than the troop itself, of course. But it's obviously useless. That goes without saying. Almost all the Bounty Hunter troops are. I'm actually really surprised they made Feral Hound so ridiculously good. It is so above average compared to every other Bounty Hunter troop they've added to the game. I don't know. I guess we'll do Bounty Hunter next week. We'll find out on the day of. If I feel like doing Bounty Hunter, we'll do Bounty Hunter. It just seems so repetitive, though. But the rewards, I don't know. I just can't really pass up the rewards. I haven't yet, and I kind of still want to keep going for them. Also, hello, Jesse. Welcome. And hello, Dark Wolf. What's the best way to get glory? The best way to ever get glory is if there's a +5 glory week, which it is this week. Use whatever that +5 glory troop is on 1 trophy battles in casual PvP. Constantly repicking the battles until you find the weakest possible battle. And that earns anywhere from about 700 to 1,000 glory per hour, approximately. Give or take a little bit, depending on how quickly you can actually kill them. But assuming you're about mid-game to late game, you could do about 700 to 1,000 per hour off of it. Yeah, we'll go for this. And regardless, it would still be one of the highest rates in the game. The only thing that would be higher than that, or potentially higher than that, as a newer player... Oh, Doom Skulls! Why must you get taken so weirdly where you don't take extra turns? I hate that. They really need to fix that. But anyways... the next best bet if you're a newer player is to do maps. Maps, if you have at least 55 maps or more, or like 60 maps or more, if you already have the maps accumulated, it is around... If you rush through them as quickly as possible, you can get around 600 glory per hour off of doing Treasure Hunt. And if you spend all your gold on gold keys and then spend all that glory to, or, you know, if you just go spend all the gold on gold keys, you would end up getting glory from them. And overall, if you spent absolutely all the gold that you get from Treasure Hunt, it would be approximately 650 to 700 glory per hour from Treasure Hunt. Though if you do the same thing for casual PvP, I think it actually comes out to like 1,000 to 1,200 or something like that. Somewhere around there. But yeah, if it's not a +5 glory week, basically just always do Treasure Hunt for glory. Would most likely be your best bet, particularly as a newer player. But if it is a +5 glory week like this week, all you'd have to do is go on to... actually, I'll go show the team real quick. I showed it on Monday, too. But it's pretty much just a standard quick team, and you just take it out that way. Let me just kill out this pet real quick, though. Or not kill out, I mean rescue the pets. Don't kill the poor innocent goats. What do we take here? I guess we'll smooth that over. It doesn't really matter. And down it goes. Anyways, let's go claim our goats. And we got a treasure map. How many do we get? 3! Of course, we get a lot of copies of all the most useless ones. What is even this bonus? Pan's Veil, I think it is? Yeah, Pan's Veil, which is 100% useless. Oh, I'd even upgrade him his initial time. There we go. Upgraded. Not like I'm doing anything to go and level him, but there we go. If I actually upgraded everything, we'd be about 320 pet score right now. But of course, that'd be a gigantic waste of food if I was to go and do that. Anyways, let's go and... oh yeah, let me go show that real quick. So, Glory. This is a +5 Glory week. You can tell by this being right here. We get +5 Glory whenever we use a Spirit Dancer in PvP. And this counts casual PvP. So if we go to casual PvP and then just go to a ridiculously easy battle, either 4 times Firebomb or keep refreshing until you get a really easy 1 trophy. Either or works. And you just use the team of this. A Sunbird, Rowan, Firebomb, and the Spirit Dancer, or whatever the troop is that's giving you the extra bonus for the week. So put that in there, and there we go. And you just clear through it quickly. Actually, we don't even need to do anything. If it's 4 times Firebomb, you could do literally anything of your team. You just need to make sure that you have the troop that gives you +5 glory. So yeah, all you do is just keep pretty much just passing your turns and do nothing. As long as it doesn't give him a skull, you're fine. I'm just going to hold Sunbird so we can go and clear out one of these when it comes to the end. So we'll just keep taking random no moves. And then we'll go do that again. We'll take Sunbird, dead, and that's match. And as simple as that. And we get extra 5 glory for that. And as you can see, 10 glory for that ridiculously easy battle. And when there's no good battles, you keep refreshing until you find a really easy one here. And then you just play it out normally if it's one of these smaller battles, or you just find fire bombs again. Either or. And you just keep doing that. Okay, its stats are a little bit higher than I expected, but should still go down in 1 more cast. So we just need a nice Sunbird in there, and that should be enough. So we'll take the right over, grab that. Oh no, he damaged me some. That might not be enough now. No, it isn't. We'll need 1 more little poke on it. Ah, I didn't get it. Come on. Give us the last little bit of damage. There we go. And down it goes off the skull. And we got 8 glory for that. And then we just keep repeating that over and over again. That's pretty much how you farm glory. You keep repicking until you found like absolutely ridiculously easy ones if you wanted to. In some instances that might actually be quicker. Especially if you didn't care as much about your gold and more so about the glory. Just keep repicking over and over and over again just until you find like the really, really easy ones. Particularly as a newer player, you might have to do that just because of the difficulty of some of them that you may find. Because of course, with how high stats we have, we can pretty much do anything we want. And of course, 4 times Firebomb regardless is always ridiculously easy. All they do is just destroy themselves out. Just take every skull you see and just go from there. So do that. Throw a Firebomb. Take a skull. Okay, he'll take a skull. We'll throw a Firebomb ourselves. And now we just hold our Sunbird until... Actually, you know what? We could probably just take it out now. He's such low stats that we could just go and double kill it. And yeah, that's pretty much how you'd farm glory. And you just keep doing that over and over again. And this would be the highest rate. Of course, you could just do treasure hunt instead. But this is technically more glory per hour if your only thing of interest is glory. Okay, what do we need to move here? Also, treasure hunt, if you're only interested specifically in glory key, I mean not treasure hunt, arena, if you're specifically only interested in glory keys, it comes out to a pretty decent rate as well for how much glory you technically end up getting per hour. Because you can do about 6 arenas, almost 7 per hour, depending on what kind of setup you're using or how decent you do at them. But pretty much 6 would be a pretty solid average for people that have some of the better weapons. Basically, any of the AoE weapons, or Runic Blade, or Dawnbringer, you can do about 6 of them per hour. And that comes out to a total of 30 glory keys, which comes out to 600 glory. So pretty much the same thing as treasure hunt, except you're also getting trophies and a few other resources while doing so. Then again, I guess that's technically like what treasure hunt is then. So yeah, probably just better off sticking with treasure hunt. Yeah, this is basically just what glory farming looks like if you're going for the absolute best rate. Yeah, let's throw a Firebomb there, get Sunbird. course, you don't have to use this exact team, but it's, at the moment, pretty much the best team you can use, or among one of them. It's my personal favorite for it as well. Yeah, that's just what it looks like. And you just do that for hours on end to get all the glory you'd ever need. That or just do treasure hunt instead. Anyways, let's go back to this. Hello, Tuck, welcome. And hello, Mehmet. And hello, Dickrell. This week's, there's a glory bone. Oh, never mind, you were answering the other thing. 5 glory every 10 seconds? It's not that quick, no. The quickest you can even win a battle is about 15 seconds, even if you want it instantly, just because of loading screens and everything. 4 to 4.5 wins per minute is the quickest you could ever get if you were doing absolute perfect clicks and just winning instantly every battle, though that's almost near impossible to do. Realistically, you can win about, in casual PvP, you can win about twice per minute, is about what you could do. What do we go for here? I guess we're already in kill range, so we'll go for that. Kill that out. Automatically get it. Doesn't matter that he goes grabs that. All we have to do is apply a little bit more damage to his front line and get him to full mana. And once we do that, that'll be matched. So we'll go throw a poke at him. He better not silence that. Okay, good. He came close. He was thinking about it. He was thinking about it. He didn't go for it, though. That actually would have been annoying, though, if we didn't already have the kill card, because that was our main mana generator. Can you make some purple color Guild War teams with the new Mythic? The new Mythic doesn't use purple? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, so we found a gnome, by the way. Oh, we found a gnome. I did say that we'd give out a redeem code when we found a gnome. Well, we did find a gnome. I guess I give out a redeem code then. We'll have to wait a little bit longer on the other one, but yeah, I did say when we find a gnome, I'd give out a redeem code. Oh, a pure color. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I for whatever reason thought you said pure purple. My bad. Sure, we can go do a pure color team. I still haven't bothered building one out of it yet, so yeah, let's go do that. Let me go throw this down. What's the next biggest threat on his team? I guess Glaceon. Then again, he could instantly kill us out. You know what? I probably should have actually went for him. There's a small chance he could actually win just off of that troop. Off his Doomstorm. If we're unlucky. With that being said, let me actually secure the kill on him. There we go. And now we just get a Red Storm instead. No Doomstorm. I just wanted to play it safe just in case the gnome got away. And we don't have enough damage, do we? Let's go do that. Oh, why did he have to attack reduce? At least we have enough damage to go kill it out now. As long as we have enough damage to kill, it doesn't matter if we attack reduce at all. And there we go. And that's what the goblin's there for. 2 minor wins. Of course he would give the worst drop, but oh well. Oh well. But let's go give out the code. I did say when we found the first gnome, I would give one out. How many more codes do we have? Today, Monday. Yeah, we're almost out. We have until next Saturday is how many codes we have left. So let's go give out the first code. Copy that. Move this into the code thingy on gemsofwar.com. See if it works. Click redeem. And it is successful. Perfect. So let me go put that there. I'll copy that in a second. Put this into stream so you guys can all see it, or everyone who comes in after the fact. Redeem code. Put that right below me. There it goes. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. And let me go get you guys the link for that so you can just copy paste it. Copy that. Put it over there. And there goes. And we'll have another one later on in the stream as well for any of you that are interested in it. It only works on PC Mobile, and the Amazon version does not work on. It does not work on PS4 and does not work on Xbox One. But if you're playing on any other version other than the 2 console versions, it will function. And of course, gemsofwar.com underneath game code section. Your invite code is found underneath your options. Whatever your game says there is what you put in. Redeem code is the one right below where it says redeem code, right in stream. Or the one that I copy paste in the chat, but for the same thing. And it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And let's go open the 1 gem key. What do we have? New Mythic, go! Nope, this is Runic again. I actually don't mind getting Runics compared to getting Ultra Rares. I actually need the Runics more than I need the Ultra Rare copies, personally. So that's actually not too bad for me. And there we go. Also, we hit 5 million gold. Sweet. Not from that code, but we just recently hit it from the last few battles. Anyways, pure color of the new troop. Let me go do that. I haven't actually bothered using that yet, so that sounds like a good idea. How do you farm diamonds? There is currently no way to farm diamonds to a realistic amount. The only way that you could really farm diamonds, is to do dungeons every single day. That is the only way to obtain diamonds at any realistic rate, is just to make sure you do your daily diamonds. One way that you can also get a little bit more is on Sundays. There's a 50 gem thing right here, and you'll end up getting 80 diamonds for it, and it's actually a really good value. You also get 2 gem keys and everything in it. On most days, it's not really worth going for, but on Sunday specifically, the 50 gem purchase right here is worth going for. Technically, you could do the money one too, but realistically, just the gem-related one for 50 here is the main one that you'd want to do every single Sunday. You can technically do this every single day, but it burns through a lot of gems if you do. Generally, only Sunday is worth doing it. You get 80 diamonds, a celestial trait stone, 2 gem keys, and a bunch of other stuff. It's basically only 30 gems for all of it because you're getting 2 gem keys from it anyways, which you already would have probably spent your gems on anyways at some point. But yeah, there really isn't any excessively good way to farm diamonds. It's just doing dungeons every single day. You can get a very small amount off of gnomes, but even during a gnome event, you're only going to be getting like 1 to 3 diamonds per hour on average, which is obviously a ridiculously low amount. They're not really made to be infinitely farmable. It's pretty much just a daily that you do every single time with the dungeons, and you just slowly get them over time. Yeah, there isn't really any way to rush it, unfortunately. As soon as you can get to the point where you can clear dungeons quickly, though, you will be you'll be able to start accumulating a lot. When you're a newer player, it can be a little hard sometimes to actually clear through dungeons. Once you get to the point where you can, try using a Devourer team if you have, like something with a Bullet. Go like Cockatrice, Bullet, Dragonian Monk, and like an Apothecary or something, and just go with that. It's all relatively cheap stuff. You just focus on getting the Bullet Devour, and the second you do, you pretty much just auto-win. And doing some kind of team like that will hopefully be able to get you through. I was doing that on my lower level account, and it was working out decently. There are some of them that have immune to Devour, but it's very rare. Hello, Gamer Fox. Let's see. You have 1 Orb of Ascension. Would you use it on Gorgoltha, Borealis, or Divine Ishbala? Gorgoltha. Of all those troops, Gorgoltha would gain the biggest benefit from it. Divine Ishbala doesn't really need higher stats, and Borealis just isn't really worth using in most situations. So yeah, I would definitely say use it on Gorgoltha. For sure. Have you seen the new game, Pokemon Quest on Switch? I saw the advertisement for it, soon to be on mobile. It seems like a game right up your alley. Well, for one, I don't have a Switch. It's something I've been considering getting, but as of this current moment in time, I do not have one. There's actually several games on Switch that I've been kind of interested in, that I've been watching like speedruns of and other stuff. But no, I haven't bothered getting a Switch yet. Hello, Gamer Fox. Let's see. Yeah, the Devour team ends up working out pretty well. It can be really random, though. There aren't any really good early game Devours, but hopefully they'll add some more in the future. I was kind of hoping that new guy would be it, that new little gerbil they added the other week, but they made his percent way too low for it to be viable as an early game Devourer. He's just way too weak. Anyways, let's go do the suggestion as was mentioned earlier. Let me go do a pure color with the new Mythic, because I haven't bothered doing that yet. Why do I forget his name already? I've said his name like a billion times the last day. Ubastet. Ubastet. Okay, so we'll get an Ubastet in here. Which color do we think we want to go for? I believe brown is the color we're going to go for. Let's start with brown. Alchemist. That is actually fun. We could get away with Alchemist. I think we could get away with Alchemist, though then again, there's probably better frontline tanks. I'm leaning towards Cockatrice as well due to brown generation. I'd almost rather just go Gorgoltha at that point. I'm trying to think of what's under brown that can actually do a quick hit, because we need to bring it into range of kill every single time. Why must every single good brown be yellow? Oh wait, Alchemist Moneylender's brown. Oh, I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. Alchemist Moneylender Loop is Brown Day. Wait, why have I never used this in Brown Day yet? Hold up. Have I seriously never ran Alchemist Moneylender on Brown Day yet? Completely forgot they're even both brown. Perfect. We're gonna have a lot of the same color, but oh well. Is there a brown, green, blue mythic? There should be. It's not particularly good though. We'll get some enrages, but it's not really gonna be doing the poke that we need in most situations. It would take way too long to get up. What's a good brown, green, or a brown, blue? Brown, blue would be Corvash. Doesn't really have the kind of poke we need to clean though. I would need a bit higher damage than that. This would actually be one of the instances where Hellcat would be better than Moneylender, but unfortunately, Hellcat is not brown, so we wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, brown blue doesn't have the poke we need, or at least not the proper poke we need. So what does brown green have then? Black Beast, no. Doomclaw would cover every color. Oh, we can finally max this guy out. That's not really that good, though. Dispel an enemy and deal damage to the thing. It's boosted by beasts. That's not helpful. Famine actually wouldn't be too bad, but no. Ketris actually would be pretty fun, too. Pretty sure you wouldn't have a Ketris just laying around, though. Set-type Warrior is not really going to help. Is there anything that boosts attack? I need to make sure I don't use Sylvain more. I don't want to Entangle. Actually, any Entangle option. Like, I wouldn't want to use a Yasmin either. That would just basically disable our own damage if we end up using Entangle. You don't do Entangle, right? No, you actually give a little bit of attack. But you only do it to wild folks, so that wouldn't really help much. None of these really do what I need them to do. I could always use another brown red or brown yellow of some kind. And just kind of make it so it's just full loop onto that. Or we could go for first turn Soothsayer too. Do that into our mana that we need. Get the little bit of magic. He has a relatively low base attack, but it's only going to be like, what, 1 or 2 different damage on him. It's not going to be that big a deal. But we don't have any pokes, though, is my biggest issue here. I don't have anything to properly poke him with. And Bugbear is not good for the first hit if you're trying to do the poke. Neither of these two colors have what we need to really make this work. At least from what I can see. That's not enough damage. I would have an at least initial good first hit. I don't know, maybe I do just go Bugbear just because of the extra turn aspect that it has. We can kind of use it as a mini goblin that's just kind of not like a goblin, but still like a goblin. It actually less damage than a goblin if they have no damage yet, which is the only really big problem with it. Let's see. Also, hello, Vespini. Firebomb, we can't. We're doing pure brown. We're deliberately doing pure brown for Brown Guild War Day, which is what we're trying to figure out right now. Which is why we're not finding anything. Obviously, if we could use anything, there's a lot of options we could put here. We're trying to use a brown troop. Wait, is there a weapon we could use? I didn't even think about that. What are the weapons that work within... what's the brown-blue weapon that does good single target? Ooh! Ooh! The problem is almost no one owns this weapon, though. Wait, isn't this one of the older weapons? I think it is, unfortunately. But Beer Totem would actually be the most perfect thing, I think, to actually make this team work. It's only 9 mana cost, and it removes a color this team doesn't even use. Or actually, the only color this team doesn't use. Never mind, it doesn't use purple either. Well, one of the 2 colors that this team doesn't use. The only problem with that is I don't believe anyone really owns it. I guess we... Oh, wait. This one people own. This is, I believe you get this from 40 brown, 40 blue. Yeah, this came in from, what's his name? From, that one Pirate Kingdom. Blackhawk. The Blackhawk, Kingdom. And it should be a 40 brown, 40 blue weapon. I found it. We need to use a different hero class, so I can't test it with the proper one right now. But, this is exactly what I'm running for next Brown Day. This is too perfect. I forgot about Pistol. This is basically Gorgolfa with single target damage, which is exactly what we need for this guy to be able to one-shot. That's actually too perfect. Let me just go standard banner for this. So isn't that minus green? Where's the lantern banner? So go for that. That's the exact banner we need to generally make this team work. And yeah, this actually looks really solid for Brown Guild War Day. I completely forgot about this weapon. Alright, we're gonna move this over. It's one of the few things Moneylender works insanely good with as well. Like, if you were to bother putting Moneylender into one of your teams, this is, like, one of the main core things that you'd really use with it. Oh, I didn't cast Alchemist yet, did I? I need to make sure I do that. It's kind of pointless doing this initial cast without it. Well, we'll go take, I guess, a, we don't use purple. There's 2 different purples we could take here. I guess we'll take that one. Oh, I shuffled. As long as he doesn't do anything too weird, which he doesn't. We'll take the brown to red. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, that's fine. I meant to take the brown to red, but let's go throw an alchemist just so we get his money up. Keep taking stuff off the board. That's all the money we need. And now we should be good to go. We'll throw this down. Hopefully get a Cascade Blue or get absolutely nothing out of that. Good job. We'll go take a bunch of mana. We'll get Cascaded Blue from it if he stops doing his turn sometime today. Well then, we'll need to try this again. Can you end your turn today? Luckily he missed that. If he didn't miss that, that would have been match right there. Well then, at least we got the money down. But we're about to lose money lender, so doesn't look too good. We'll let him have that skull. We'll deliberately take one of the ones over here. Oh, it still gives him the extra turn. Really? And he doesn't even take it the right way because the other skull came down. So grab that, grab that. Let's go get our double kill. Whatever second one it hits, even if it has barrier, it'll still hit it properly. Oh, I can't even take that for a cascade. Oh, yes, we can. Never mind. We could take it off the blue. So we do that. I don't believe this will end our turn because it's doing it off a Doom Skull. As you can see, we did not lose our turn because we swiped a Doom Skull, and they forgot to code it for Doom Skulls. I don't think they're banning people for using that exploit, so keep using it. That's a complete oversight on their part. But yeah, if you take a Doom Skull extra turn when you're frozen on your first slots, you don't actually lose your turn, which is obviously not intended, but that's the way it works. So we'll go do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's happening to a lot of people accidentally. So they're probably not banning anyone at all for it. Oh, we don't have any purple. So us getting this giant spider is pointless. Obviously, we wouldn't be using this hero class if we were actually doing Guild Wars. We'd be using a half mana start guild class of any kind. Probably Archer or something. Or we could use the brown one of Mechanist class if we really wanted to or something. We'd be using anything other than this hero class. But I can't switch it because I need it for... I need it for the raids later. I mean, invasions. Also, this thing being poisoned actually is really funny. Because, as I mentioned earlier, that's a 50% chance per turn that we summon a giant spider, which is quite useful. So now we can start using Gorgulfa, or what is essentially Gorgulfa. We get to clear out the entire board, basically every cast we do. Just destroys so many gems due to how much gold we have. And it is ridiculously potent, as you can see. Not only that, but it allows us to clean up with this other ability. So, yeah, it works out quite nicely. And now we just keep poking him with this over and over again until we have enough damage to kill it out. And that should be enough, and down it goes. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to using this in Guild Wars. 100% doing it next time around. Also, if that was a Guild War battle and we were using that hero class, even though we probably would never bother doing that, we actually would have kept our good majority of our score because we still survived with all four. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, let's try getting a legitimate battle with this. That was a really bad example battle. Even though we still won it, and we still won it with a full team, technically. But still, that was a really bad battle. Go get an Alchemist. Oh, oops. It would help if I actually take the correct moves. I'm just leaving him all that mana. It's only fire bombs, but still. I really wish Alchemist died slower in first slot. He has no tank ability whatsoever, though. Okay, let's go get second Alchemist down. And Moneylender into... Never mind, there's no way I'm going to be cycled back to his mana. I might as well just cast this. He's just going to kill himself out anyways. What am I trying to do? So he'll do that, and down it goes. Dragon Guard can tank. We could use the hero class like that if we wanted to. The biggest problem with that is we'd be blocking our brown on Alchemist Moneylender. Meaning we'd have to get Alchemist up with only reds and Moneylender up with only yellow. Well, then again, we're already getting him up with only yellow. I guess that's actually not too bad. Because it would allow us to get Pistol up a little bit easier. And that would be the only way we could tank. And it would be 40% reduction. Yeah, that wouldn't actually be too bad then. Because it would allow us for the enemy to take more skulls without us losing as many points. The only problem with that is we don't start with half mana on our Pistol, though. This is the only real big downside to that. Dragon Guard does not have half mana start. Also, the traits on Dragon Guard would be nothing but going into himself. Because we don't have any other dragons on the team. Then again, he's already doing that anyways. We don't have any other Rashkas, so he's only going into himself. We'll take a brown here. Got Surge, but I forgot we don't have a +1 for it. We have it on our red, not on our brown. So we'll go take that down. Get this alchemist to land anywheres. And sure, we'll take that skull down. Throw that onto purple. Throw this onto red. Please don't miss. Did that hit? Yeah, we did. And now we go for our double kill. Move that over. He'll take a skull. We'll throw an alchemist. And that should be match if he leaves all that there. We'll go for our double. He does not take a skull. And then he throws Ketris. And then we just summoned double giant spider. Though there's one problem. All I have left is pistol. We could technically win off of this, but what on earth just happened? Wow. Yeah, we might actually have to be forced to do that when we go and do Guild Wars. Anyways, let's just retreat. This is not really that winnable at this point. This team isn't working anywhere near as good as I thought it would. Let's go try it against not that, because that's too easy of a team. But then again, this will also be kind of too easy of a team. But let's at least see what its cycle is. We're barely even getting that. Yeah, we might just need to use a frontline tank of the Dragon Guard at this point. Alchemist dies way too quick. Not to mention there's going to be even higher stats in Guild Wars. But then again, we would also have higher stats too. It would just depend if our higher stats were higher than their higher stats. Okay, let's go through a... I'm actually going to take that extra turn. Why not? Do we have enough base damage just to kill it? Pretty sure we do. Oops, let me take that first though. Almost guarantee we do. Just in case, let's take that skull. It also makes sure he doesn't hit us with a skull. So we'll go and throw that down. Double kill. Take the tide on him. That gets us almost all of our mana. Throw the moneylender. That's what it's supposed to do. And then you throw that again, dead. So if we could do that every time in Guild Wars, that'd be great. Though that's not going to happen every time. Okay, so let's try it against a somewhat more realer team. And see if we can actually get the cycle going for once. I don't know if it's going to be consistent enough, but we'll do something to revamp it, to use it. But yeah, I am going to run this on Brown Guild War next week, just to see what happens with it. If nothing else. Maybe we'll try it for one of the other days too, and see what we can build out of it. But this one for sure I'm going to be running for Brown Guild War next week. Oh, wait, why? Archer, what are you doing? Not only that, but you'll instantly get the Archer kill too. Meaning we don't have the gold now. The only slight inverse issue of having pistol in first slot, even though we'll be able to keep Alchemist alive, we will no longer have our poke that we need to keep the other guy going. I guess it's not as big a deal. Anyways, let's go get rid of his big threat. Actually, everything on his team is the big threat at this point. Because he's just going to double kill everything. Okay, let's go and retreat. Okay, maybe this won't be consistent enough. We'll try it in the other order, but gosh, this thing's win rate is like 25% right now. Amazing. Okay, yeah, we'll reconsider some, but I don't know. Oh, oops, wait, did I just click the same team again? Oh no, never mind. This is the this is fine. It's actually funny how much better this gets just from having the Queen Titania here instead of the other thing. This is why I would normally run it if I was actually running in PvP, like, legitimately. This is the exact same team, except for PvP in particular, not for Guild Wars. So we throw a moneylender here. Ideally, we wouldn't have missed that, but then we just throw an alchemist, and that's pretty much match. So we throw that, throw this, and then we just double kill into double kill, into getting our mana right back up. We throw this if we would have had it, but that should be, the extra damage should be way more than enough. So we just double kill, get our mana right back, and do it again. And that'll be that. What do we get rid of? All this board, and we don't have a single extra turn on not red. Okay, good, we have it on purple. I was gonna say. And get a moneylender. And it's match because of Fairy Fire. Oh, okay, never mind. Should have thrown Queen Titania first, and then Queen Titania. Should have thrown it first, though. I assumed that would be enough damage, even with the 50%. Apparently not. Yeah, that's what it looks like if you build it legitimately for PvP. The other one was what we tried doing for Brown Guild War, which I might still do. I don't know. We'll try it a few more times later on. And probably the day before the Brown Guild War day, to see if it's worth using or not. Alright, we'll go take that, grab all of our mana there, cascade all that. Will Queen still attack, so when we kill enemy, we don't lose boost ratio? Wild Queen still attack. Yeah, Wild Queen wouldn't actually lose anything. She doesn't have Entangle, right? But yeah, you still retain the same amount of attack, assuming your first slot doesn't die. Because you're not actually reducing the amount of attack in battle, you're just shifting it onto your own troops. Hello, Medieval, welcome. See, Orb Weaver comes in handy without invasion. Yeah, Orb Weaver has always been like a not horrible hero class. The reason it's not used is it's a really slow hero class. It's good at not losing, but it's really, really, really ridiculously bad at winning quickly. Because every half mana stat and every half mana start hero class, as well as every hero class that has even remotely good damage on it, is better than an Orb Weaver. Orb Weaver's slow but high win rate. Which is why it's never used, or at least never used in PvP. There are technically some niche instances in Guild Wars where it would actually be possibly viable. But of course, even in Guild Wars these days, you have to make sure you win quickly as well. You still want to make sure you win, but you also need to win at a decent rate. And just with all the factors of what they've been doing into the game, there's almost no place where you would actually use Orb Weaver. Which is why I'm using it this week in Invasions, because it's about one of the only instances where Orb Weaver is actually particularly useful for something. And we'll take it out. And down it goes. Okay, on to the next one. If anyone still has any other questions, anything you want me to go over, let me know. Also, redeem code below should still be active, I think. I'm not fully certain on that, but we just posted it about 20 minutes ago. So maybe it's dead by now. But they have been increasing the claims on it lately. I believe they increased it to 400, if I'm not mistaken. Because, of course, the game has been growing. And really, they should increase it to like 1,000 or something. Because there probably are that many people that try claiming it. But yeah, currently I believe they increased it to 400 due to the growth of the game and everything. What do we go for here? Go take that. And even though we obviously don't have anywhere near that many viewers right now, it does get spread through guilds pretty quickly, so once it gets out there, it doesn't tend to last that long because of that. Okay, let's go get our double kill. See what else we have to set up. Take a scroll real quick. Do we clean them up first, or do we just go for it? I think we just go for it. Actually, before I do, let me move that over. Actually, maybe we will clean him up. He's so close already, I might as well just go for it. The only real issue with that is I don't believe we have a follow-up, so I'm not going to do it. We'll do this. Get the double kill there. Throw this into full mana, or try getting full mana. And he will probably get his revive, though due to his location, we will not be able to kill it. So we'll go through to poke at him. If he was to revive right there, it would still kill. But if he revives in the first slot, which I'm almost guarantee he will, then it doesn't kill him. And it doesn't kill him because of that. But yeah, there's a weird glitch slash feature with Ubastet where if you end up killing the troop in the exact same location where it revives, it'll auto-kill it automatically. And it will do this even simultaneously to 2 different ones as well, which is kind of weird. Because normally it would only be able to get 1 instant kill, but it can actually get 2 instant kills. If you double kill the first 2 enemies, and both of those first 2 enemies revive, you will double kill, or you will quad kill. You will double kill them, and then you'll double kill them instantly again. Haven't gotten that yet all stream, but it does happen. The easiest way to go and show it would actually just be to go use... actually, here we go. Here would be how you show it. You have to do it against Double Drake Rider would be the easiest way to actually show this. So perfect. That's... Oh, wait, did I just avoid the revenge battle by taking this, though? Fail. Let's make the showing this worth it, then. That was a huge fail. It's like, let's go show this instead of taking the precious revenge battle. No! Okay, I do need to make sure that the first 2 troops on this team are the lowest 2 HP, though. Or lowest 2 durability, I mean. Not necessarily HP. But we'll go and... I also need to make sure I don't accidentally kill him while doing so. Or that he doesn't accidentally kill me would be nice as well. We'll go take that, grab that down, take that. Is that lowest durability? Yes. So what you're going to see here is basically we double kill. So we double kill both of these instantly, and then we double kill the revives. So we do this, boom, boom, and he just quad killed. And that's basically what it looks like. It will not quad kill these though. When we double kill these they will both revive into the first 2 slots. But because it's tracking these 2 locations, 3rd and 4th, it will not actually double kill them. So if we go do this, we'll get both of them killed, but their revives will not be killed. And there we go. And their revives are not killed. But yeah, it has to be the exact location. And then we'll just do it one more time. Get that there. Take that out. Dead. And there we go. Yeah, that's what the quad kill looks like. Very rarely is that actually useful. It's pretty nice to clean up Gorgolfa with that though. Like, Dragon Soul in particular too. As well as Drake Riders, but they're pretty uncommon. Unless people are just trolling with like 4 of them. But, Gorgolfa and Dragon Soul I found to be the 2 best ones that it really works against. Dragon Soul's 25% to make a demonic pack, or what's it called, Ancient Horror, and a Dragon Soul's 50% chance to make a baby dragon. Those are the 2 things that it tends to counter out the best. That glitch / feature that it has. Every glitch is a feature. Well, we'll go and go for that, just so he goes down. Get our mana that we need. There we go, way more than enough. I'll just go right into the kill and then figure out what we do from there. Actually, you know what? Let's secure that we get her killed by the 2nd hit. And both of those will go down now. I do like how you can just like target which one you want to hit. You technically don't get to target who you want, but of course if you get the 2 that you specifically want the lowest, or if you get the 2 that you want to kill to be the lowest durability on the opposing team, it'll automatically kill both of them. So even though you don't technically get to aim it, you in a way somewhat can with a goblin, which is kind of cool. Hello, Sizen. Hello, Bocus. Hello, Imri. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, Gems of War will ban you for exploiting bugs too much. Though smaller bugs, they generally don't really do anything about. Because it's more so their fault than the player's fault. Like, for example, like taking an extra turn off the, when you're frozen off a Doom Skull. Because there really isn't a way to avoid that. You're going to take that move regardless. You can't not take the move just because there's a glitch related to it. If that's the proper move to take. So, they're not really going to ban for something like that. But obviously, like, things that could give, like, potentially infinite resources or more resources than what is intended. Glitches like that, they would generally ban for people that overly abuse it. Though if it just happens a few times, they normally don't bother. We'll go take the brown there. What do we take? I guess blue to blue. Go grab blue number 1. Blue number 2. He'll get green extra turn, but that's not enough for famine, so it should be okay. I'm gonna go tap this on Gorgolfa though first. Oh no, do we want to give that to famine? I really don't. But there's not really too many other options. I guess we'll take that. I don't want to give him famine mana. And instead, we give him even more famine mana. Let's not give him famine mana by giving him even more famine mana. Okay, well, that's really bad. He's going to Ragnagord the Fool right now as well. Okay, good, he didn't get it yet. He just silenced us there, too. That's really bad. Okay, we're not frozen on this, so I believe that's enough. No, he's too high of a durability. That's not going to work. We'll go for a double kill. Actually, triple kill, I should say, because that's what I was mentioning with the Gorgolfa, with the demonic pack. It just gets to clean up instantly, which is kind of cool. Wait, you have immune to disease? How do we not get diseased? Didn't he just cast the thing? I thought it poisons and diseases everything. I guess we got a cleanse on those 2. Never mind. Because those 2 are still diseased. There they go. Yeah, they got a cleanse is what happened. Do we let him have a Doom Skull? Yes, because that's way better than him grabbing his ability. So he'll take the Doom Skull. We'll throw this down. And armor and HP reduction. Very nice. No, famine, no! Why? And why don't we ever get the demonic pack? Famine, stop it. Luckily we had like no mana there. But yeah, we're about to lose. Okay, we'll go take that down. Oh, oops, why did I not take that Doom Skull? That one I definitely should have. The other ones were fine to go keep dodging away, but that one I definitely should have taken. Because now we lose him. And now we have to win with solo Azura, which actually is possible. Though not very that likely. We have soloed an entire team with just Azura before. And it is pretty funny. But yeah, it's over. We might as well just kind of let him win out at this point. Because he's just going to famine us again. Haven't lost to specifically because of famine for a while now. But it does look like we are going to go down this time. Yep. There's no way coming back from that. Okay, we'll just retreat it then. Nope. Okay. It's next battle. Not today. You've been using Gorgotha, Giant Spider, Infernus, and Spirit Dancer. Sounds good. You have the Spirit Dancer, Giant Spider combo into Infernus. What is the Spirit Dancer green? Oh, never mind. Giant Spider. I was going to say, what's the green going into? Yeah, it sounds like it would work. You have the Infinite Loop, or proper frontline tank, and you have Infernus. Mang plus New Troop. Haven't bothered doing that yet. Definitely would work. The biggest problem with that is it takes way too long to get up. Plus you lose your turn when you use Mang. It's actually one of the big benefits that we get from using a Goblin. We might need to double cast him, but we get the automatic extra turn off him. So that alone basically makes it worth it. So we don't need to waste as many turns, and we can just poke as we need. We could also distribute the damage quite a bit better that way, since we don't have to use all the mana at once. We could just use a small 6 and then another small 6. Which we can actually one turn with a Surge as well. Okay, so right here, they're all low enough already. But I still want to get a poke down just to secure the one we actually kill. Oh, you know what? I should have actually done that on Dragon Soul so we could double kill it in case it revives. I guess it's not too late. We might get over mana here. Oh no, it is too late. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. So we'll go do that. Yeah, we don't get to double kill it anymore. So hopefully it doesn't revive. So if we go for this now, it's not going to kill the revive. Nope. Actually, it wouldn't have anyways, the way I just did that, because we actually have to kill it beforehand. So I guess that doesn't even matter the way we did it then. I'll throw this at it. He's going to revive, isn't he? I'm actually going to wait, because he's going to revive into a new baby dragon, or into a new dragon. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, that's fine. And dead. There we go. I wanted to save that damage just in case he did transform, just so we had enough damage to be able to kill it out. And we got an easy revenge, so I'll go grab that. I should probably be switching to the glory thing every single time we see an easy revenge. It's not that big a deal, but it does give us 5 extra glory for these battles. Starts to add up. Of course, it would take us a few seconds to do so, which would waste some time, but for 5 glory, I think it would still be worth it every single time. So we'll go through this in there. And, oh, I don't have the mana for double kill. Now we do. And dead. There we go. Hello, Drizzy. Welcome. Let's see. I think I missed something in chat. Should you save your Gnome Vault keys? Yes, you should save your Gnome Vault keys for when there's a Gnome Vault event. There's a higher chance that you get Vault keys from them, which makes them slightly better. Also, hello, Rasa. Welcome. Also, hello, Churros, if I didn't already say hi. Welcome as well. Let's see. Hello, Medieval, if I didn't already say hi. Uba, Ishbala, and Firebomb. I don't have double Ubastet, though. So I can't do that, unfortunately. Hello, Draco. Welcome as well. And Sismon. And Imri, if I didn't already say hi. And Falcaroy. And I believe that's everything that was mentioned then. And hello, Drizzy. I think I like repeated half of those over again. Welcome, everyone. Anyways. Purple, move over. Skulls, don't need you. Brown, grab you. And let's get that to full Gorgotha. Get that to full. Throw this on whatever we need to focus priority-wise. So that'll be you. Starting to get the rhythm down for each like type of team as well. But it's pretty obvious. Whichever one's the biggest threat is what you throw it at. But we'll go do that. Get the Gorgotha down. Throw it down again. Get the mana back up. And ideally that'd be full mana and dead. Hello, Smithy! You got lucky with Ubastet, only cost you 150 guild chests and 500 gem keys. That's pretty nice. Poured all your keys into Ubastet and just no joy. Aw, yeah, it does happen. You can easily go like thousands of keys and not get it. The only really consistent way of doing it is Soulforge. Though the only problem with Soulforge is you could have to wait anywhere from like weeks to months before the mythic gets rotated onto the Soulforge drop table. Actually, let me throw this down. Who's the most annoying threat? Probably this, because we could get a double kill here. So we'll go for that. I just love getting double kills. It looks so weird that that's actually possible. Let's see if we get it. It's really unlikely. We'd have to trigger a 25% and a 50% to get it. I got one of them. That's actually weird. We triggered the 25%, but we didn't trigger the 50. Go figure. We'll go through that. Get the other cast down. And we'll throw it again. That should be full mana. And then that's the double kill. And down it goes. Also, thank you, Ishimaru, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. As well as whoever just subscribed. I don't know why I can't see some of them. I believe it's because people have their subscription thing privated. Or there's something on your account that, if you keep it privated, I don't think I can actually see your username whenever you do that. But for whatever reason, the notification on the stream, which I actually can't quite see completely with how I have my screen set up, says it. Yeah, I can't see it on my little notification thing. It's kind of weird. My notification thing where I like read off the names from only shows like half the people that subscribe to me. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. But if I ever don't mention your name because of that, that is why. Okay, we'll go and take the yellow over. We get the Gorgotha. Good morning, Dragon Ball Z fan. Welcome. Actually, at this point, it's almost afternoon. Anyone just getting here, do double check the code below. I'm pretty sure it's used up by now, but we will have another one later on in the stream if it is. We'll go throw that down. Oh, I should throw Goblin Rocket first. Whenever you have an extra turn, you should always throw it down before you go use your mana generation. So we double the kill there. We'll go and I guess go all in Famine. Hopefully he doesn't get full mana again. Oh, please don't do the whole Famine thing again. Don't even start. We already had that the previous battle, or a few battles ago. Don't need that again. And then it goes. Famine is still among like top 5 most annoying troops in the game. Let's see. Scion, Nyx. Goblins just in general. Infernus. And what other one would be the most annoying troops in the entire game right now? But yeah, there's several of them. And they haven't really changed for a while either. Even after they got, like, some of them got rebalanced or nerfed even, they still have been just as annoying pretty much. What do we need to move? What do we need? He's about to Mercy, so we have to keep that in mind with whatever we move. Ooh, that works out nicely. Let me go grab this onto Dawnbringer. And then clear out the board and hopefully get an extra turn here. Nice. And is that double kill? Or it's not a double, but it'll at least do what we need it to do. Yeah, it'll kill those two. Just in case. No, it should be enough. I'll go do it right now. And there we go. We get the double kill there. And we even kill the revive. What's with this thing constantly reviving? The 25%. Doing it almost every time. It's doing it higher than 50% chance. Go get that moved over. I'll take the other poke, and that'll be enough damage. Dead. Oh yeah, Queen Mab. Trolls, I don't think trolls are as annoying. They're pretty easy to counter these days. With converts and stuff like that. But then again, Forest Troll, I don't know. Forest Troll I could see the argument for. Most of the other trolls aren't really too bad though. Forest Troll in particular though could be really annoying with his Entangle. His 33% reduction. He actually has one of the best skull reductions in the game. Just because he has, if I'm not mistaken, he's the only thing with skull mitigation that also has Entangle on skull, if I'm not mistaken. Is that true? I think that is. Pretty sure that is. But regardless, his mana generation on top of that, green is really useful. It's why Spirit Dancer is actually pretty decent as well. On top of the fact that it has a really good summon. Even though I've barely been using Spirit Dancer all week. Well, it's mainly because we got the new Mythic today, or the other day. And it's a lot more exciting just as Spirit Dancer. Spirit Dancer is pretty much just a different colored green seer. You do get 5 extra glory off it this week, of course, too, but I don't particularly need the glory. We have we have over 500,000. I think we're good on glory. Let's see. We'll go and we'll move that down. Get a lot of mana out of it. Though so does he, apparently. So we'll go through this. Biggest threat. I guess kick Rogoltho down. Why not? He's the tankiest thing on this team. Though then again, it's followed up by the other tank. He's actually using the standard Doom Skull right now. Weird seeing it on defend though. It's not particularly good on defend. Could just be he's too lazy to set something else. I do that a lot as well. What's the next biggest threat? I guess the Doom Skulls. We'll get rid of that just in case. Don't want him hitting us with it. Did we just attack reduce all 4 of them? We did it on 3. Go figure. That's not too big a deal because we could just Goblin Rocket them low enough, but still that makes it slightly harder. I don't think it's gonna matter. We'll do this. Get our kills. Okay, it's gonna matter slightly because I have to Goblin him like 2 or 3 times now. Okay, you can stop now. You don't even have Doomstorm and you're still getting everything. Could you imagine if he had Doomstorm right there? What he would have done? So I'll take that. Take the red. Throw the explosion. And we'll still need one more poke. We need the mana anyways, so I guess it doesn't matter much. Please don't kill Rogoltho. We needed that. He doesn't even have, okay, what do we take here? We're not frozen on red, so we'll go for that. That should be enough damage. Better be enough damage. There we go. And down he goes. He doesn't even have a Doomstorm. We would have lost if he had Doomstorm there. So good thing we went for that last kill. Even though Doomstorm technically helps us as well. Just out of safety's sake to not die to that team. That's basically what you always do, is just make sure there's no Doomstorm. It's a lot riskier to play with a Doomstorm, even though you can utilize it. What do we do here? Yeah, we'll go move that down. I guess in PvP that doesn't really matter as much, but if you're doing it in Guild Wars, or if you're doing it in a Gnome battle, or a Sigil battle, you want to be very, very careful around a Doomstorm, that's for sure. Or even just Doom Skulls in general. Because they can go very crazy very quickly. Go for that. Actually, at this point, I might as well just keep letting him do his turns. I don't even need to be doing anything. He'll just kill himself out. I don't... Look at that. He can just do infinite extra turns and go there. Did I just call him Goblin Rocket? Yeah, I mean Goblin, sorry. Do I keep calling him Goblin Rocket? It's probably because I use Goblin Rocket so much. It feels weird using Goblin. This is the first time I'm legitimately using Goblin in about a year and a half. He hasn't been good, or part of the meta for like 2 years now. He was really insanely popular when the game first came out, though. As well as to all newer players, obviously, because out of everything you start with as a newer player, he's the strongest thing you get. During the tutorial thing. Alright, we'll go and throw that there. Take the red. Throw a yellow down. Didn't get the skull there, though. Take some blues. Go grab ourselves a... Don't have a cascade. I need that to go down right now. That, or we need the luckiest extra turn ever right now. Go, lucky extra turn. Perfect. Thank you for listening. Except we don't have a... Okay, never mind. We can do that. That's fine. Oh, wait. I could have exploded it, too. I didn't need to do that. Oops. I should have used that on his second slot. I think we still have enough damage. Oh, I should have used it on Famine. Oh. Famine! What are you doing? Why? I think half the losses today, which we've only done like a few so far today, but almost every single one today has been to Famine. Let's go and move that over. Move the other one over. I think we still win, but it's going to take a lot longer. Yeah, we still win. He's made this a lot more annoying is all. There we go. And one more hit will do it. Yeah, a skull's enough. Even with 50% reduction, it still hits 14, which is one more than enough damage. And there we go. So we still won it out, it's just being very annoying. You're level 200 and you're not sure what to do now. As far as what? As far as focusing on content or specific things to do, or what specifically? As far as around level 200, actually leveling probably would be a pretty good idea at that point. Trying to get a few hundred more levels, particularly the next 100, and try getting all of your hero masteries to level 40 would probably be your next best order of business. Once you reach that point, you'll be able to go and get every weapon within the game, and this will allow you to easily go and have weapons to use for things like arena, as well as occasionally it'll come in handy during possibly raids and invasions, just so you have various utilities to be able to use. They're also doing a buff to weapons as well, starting next patch of some kind, so we'll see exactly what that will end up bringing in as well. But yeah, you want to try focusing 40 of all hero mastery at that point, and you'd mainly want to be doing it through PvP, getting at least a 1.9k rating each week. As far as at that low of a level range, you don't necessarily need to be participating too much in invasion, raids, guild wars, stuff like that. You still can if you want, but your main priority should be getting all of your kingdoms to level 10 if you haven't already. That should be your biggest goal right now, getting the gold to be able to do that. Oh, that was enough damage. That was actually nowhere near enough damage. Wow. Let me just go Goblin Rocket that. I mean, I said it again. Yep, I keep calling him Goblin Rocket. My bad. If I keep saying Goblin Rocket, I mean Goblin. Let me go Goblin him. And then just double kill for the cleanup. And down it goes. Oh yeah, the ones under the hero menu. You get them whenever your hero ends up specifically gaining a level. But the numbers I'm referring to are these. Whenever you gain a level, you can also see them. But it's specifically the hero mastery one. Let me go claim that real quick, though. 11 tribute. Very nice. Where is the thingy? If you go under hero and you go under masteries, the one that says hero and plus and then a number, this number for every single one you want to try getting to 40. This will end up unlocking not every weapon in the game, but a pretty good majority of weapons that you probably don't even really know even exist. Most of them are kind of average to bad, but there are a few niche ones here and there that are pretty good. One of the more noteworthy ones, or two of the more noteworthy ones, being at 40 red and 40 brown, you end up getting Mang, which is currently the best weapon in the entire game for both raids and invasions, and will probably be staying that way for pretty much forever, unless they make some drastic changes to Mang or to other stuff. And the other pretty noteworthy one is at 37 green and 37 yellow. This number specifically, not that number, but this number right there that says hero plus a number. You'll end up getting Runic Blade, which, if you don't have Dawnbringer, which you probably don't have it at low of a level range, is the strongest weapon in the game to run in Arena, assuming your team that you composed works for it. But, yeah, it's a green-yellow weapon, gives 10 to all stats when you get a kill, and 10 to all stats is ridiculously high when fighting within Arena. You're basically, like, doubling your stats when you do that, almost, in the context of Arena. And there's a few other good ones here and there as well, but those are the main two noteworthy ones. Okay, we'll go and we can take a skull there. Don't really need it though. And him hitting us with a skull means nothing against Gorgolfa. What's the biggest threat on his team? I guess Hindla. I don't want him summoning. So we'll take that. Get a Gorgolfa here. This will kill out his first slot and last slot, I believe. Depends how much damage we do from there. Do we have a cascade for this? No, we do not. Or not a proper one anyways. So I think we just explode for our mana. Then we poke him. Actually, probably should poke them first. What's worth poking? I guess we go on Hindla. It's going to die regardless, but still. Good at that. Get our double kill that we want. Oh, wait. There's one problem with this. Maybe I should have hit the first slot again. I don't think we have enough damage. I forgot how high giants have HP. So I'll go for another reduction. Can you stop gaining HP? There we go, that should be fine. There we go. And now we just need to do that again. He'll end his turn any second now. We'll go do that. Get the reduction again. Ideally, we would have magic reduced him, so he wouldn't have had enough damage to kill, but we keep magic reducing the wrong ones. We have no control over that, obviously, though. We'll take a purple in this way, just so we don't give him anything. He'll take a skull for almost no damage. He doesn't even bother taking the Doom Skull variant. We'll skull reduce him down even further. Stop doing attack reduction! Luckily, that does almost no damage since we already reduced him some. That should hopefully be enough. Nope, 2 damage off from the kill. Wow, okay. That'd be sad if we actually lose this. It's still possible. I guess it's not horrible. Ever since I actually fixed him, he's pretty decent, the Fire Giant now. Never really bothered using him since they fixed his glitch. He used to not always crate the 10 reds whenever he got a kill. There were some niche instances where he would decide, nope, I don't want to do it. But now he works properly. I should have taken purple instead. Why did I not? But we'll go through this down. Only 4 explosions, but still, that's still enough to really get us going. And down it goes. 40 damage just off his magic that he keeps gaining per turn. There's at least one other nice thing about it, too. If you have the new Mythic fully traded and the battle's going horribly, as long as he's alive, he ends up getting so much so often that it ends up working out. Also, thank you, Passy, for the $3 donation. Much appreciated. But yeah, worst comes to worst. This guy will basically, every single turn, he gains 1 attack, 1 magic. So, over time, we'd have so many stats on top of him that we'd just be able to clean up the kills pretty easily. But yeah, thanks again, Passy. Much appreciated. Also, I normally don't plug it that often, but we do have a Patreon, by the way, too, if any of you want to support us on a monthly basis. We stream Gems of War every single day, and we will be getting into some other games again soon. I think Darkest Dungeon is going to be one of the bigger ones that we'll probably get back into again. It's been a while since I've actually played not Gems of War on the channel. Been like 2 or 3 months now. Of course, that's the main game we normally play, but I do play other stuff too. I just don't normally stream it or show it. But do need to get back into the rhythm of that a little bit more. It doesn't help that Gems of War keeps doing so many major updates this year either. What we'll go and we'll throw the poke in there. There's stuff maybe a Gorgolfa. Actually, no, we'll get more mana actually out of Azura because if we do Gorgolfa, the big issue with this is it uses brown-yellow, so it's going to be blocking our brown-yellow when we do it off of Ubastet. So the only color we'd actually be getting is red. So we actually get a lot more off of Azura, even though it's less explosions. She's blue-purple, so she's not blocking anything from our coloration when we go for the explosions. So even though it's a lot less explosions, it's technically more mana generation for him, oddly enough. Okay, we'll go throw that on first slot. More important because we'll keep getting the skulls applied to it. And if he had full mana, that'd be a match right now, but we'll just go do that. That'll be full, and then we just cast it. If it would give us an extra turn. Please end your turn already. Before you decide to go and just instantly kill us with Divine Ishbala. That'd be very unlikely, but could happen. I've seen weirder things happen. What's this team? Double Ubastet into a Divine Ishbala. Wait, didn't someone just ask me to do this? Yeah, Demon or Angel. You just told me about this team, and you said it as your defend. Really? Well, I don't have it, so I can't test it. But this is the closest we can get to testing it. Let's see what your defend team does. You just mentioned this like 10 minutes ago. Okay, we'll go take a skull there. What else do we need to move around? I guess we'll go and he's gonna firebomb. What do we need the most? I guess we go and try getting our purple and blue up as I give him browns. That awkward moment when he might actually get the cast off. I think he is. We're low enough as well. But then again, wait, why are you using firebomb? The problem with firebomb though is you're losing attack value, so it makes it harder for him to get the kill. Does he actually have enough damage to get the kill? That's actually a really big problem because I believe he kills my cat as well. I think you might have just won. Maybe you did do it correctly. Let's see. Yep, it does double kill. Oh, that's funny. That actually does work. That actually works. Wow. Interesting. Okay, I think we can still win off a Zero Loop into Goblin Rock. I mean, I keep saying Goblin Rocket into Goblin. Yeah, that's actually amazingly potent. Too bad I don't have 2 of them, though. Nor would I waste that many resources to get a second one. Though, that might convince me to actually go craft one. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't currently own a second one. Ow. Okay. Let's see. We'll take a blue. Move that over. Yeah, the next one he gets actually is enough to kill us, I do believe. So, yeah, those look like match. And that is surprisingly potent. Even without the extra damage that it has. But it ends up getting so much mana so quickly from the fire bombs. Yeah, that is actually a really interesting defense team. Too bad almost no one has it. I feel tempted to go get another one now, but there's no way I'm going to waste that many resources. How about this? We'll throw down 100 glory keys. If we get it, we get it. Actually, 200. We'll throw down 200 all at once. And if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Oops, why am I clicking through them? Let's go click through them. Ah, click, 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 click. Look at that. The shiny chest of shininess. I didn't even realize you could do that like that. Look at it go. Super shiny chest. Okay, that's probably weird on the eyes. Anyways, did we get it? No. We got Dracos and Garnock. Wasn't really expecting to get it, but that would have been amazing if we did. Yeah, nothing good there. Just a bunch of useless copies of a bunch of useless stuff. And what's in the drop table these days? Some of the older event stuff. Just trying to see what's here. Can't even remember what the longest ago event that could currently be in a drop table even is at the moment. Like from a month ago. Trying to think of what that actually is. It wasn't Panda. That was like more like 2 months ago. That was a little bit more recent. None of these are recent troops. Oh, Clockwork Sphinx. That was like 5 weeks ago. I think that's one of the more recent ones that I haven't bothered getting more copies of that I definitely do need to go do eventually. But we'll do that when we actually go for actual stuff. Anyways, yeah, we didn't get it. wasn't really expecting to get it, but you never know. Anyways, yeah, it is pretty funny. I don't have a second one, though. But if we do have a second one, we actually do need to go test that. That's has a lot of potential. I think if I see him in Soulforge, I am going to craft the second one. Just to see how viable it really is. I have more than enough diamonds to do so, so it won't really hurt us too badly. We have enough to craft 4.5 mythics at the moment. Okay, we'll go and we'll take a poke. Actually, no, we don't even need a poke. We'll go grab that. Get the kills we need. Throw that in there. Get the Azura. Go throw that in there. Do that. Double kill. Dead. Yeah, I know that defend team is surprisingly overpowered. It just fire bombs, gets both of their mana up, throws down the ability, throws down the other ability, and then you're like dead. There are some ways that you could work against that though, but you would need an HP buffer or an armor buffer to do it properly. Alright, we'll go take a green. But yeah, I'll prepare for it the next time I see it. Also, what's your win rate with it right now? Is it above 50%? I would assume so. Okay, let's go and we'll take the brown over. Isn't 70 plus damage from the get-go too high? Well, it's not initially from the battle. You still have to firebomb it. You still have to have the Ishbala for the half mana start. And there are things that can hit instant kill. Whereas technically his isn't instant kill. You could easily just HP buff above it or armor buff above it if you really had to. You just have to prepare preemptively for it. But no, I don't think it's too high. You just have to prepare for it properly. I'm going for Dragon Soul first, in case it dies. Well, in case it revives, I mean. Just so we can go and clean up the revive. Oh, whoops, it didn't hit that. Never mind. Whoops, I thought its durability was lower. Apparently I didn't lower it enough. It's not too big a deal, though. But if it revives now, it gets to live. So we'll go just throw that in there. And we'll go for the thing. And he doesn't need revive, and as you can see, he lives because it wasn't in the same slot where the instant kill thing was. But not that big a deal. All we have to do is just go kill that out now. So go grab that for a Gorgoltha. Get a Goblin Rocket into anything. Actually, at this point, we might as well just double Goblin Rocket it. I mean, I keep saying Goblin Rocket. I mean Goblin. Pretty much every time today I say Goblin Rocket, I meant Goblin. I think it's just because I'm still a little bit towards the tired side. I actually woke up at even earlier today than I woke up yesterday. Just because, for whatever reason, I couldn't sleep. Woke up at like 5 a.m. Let's see. We'll go and I'll take the purple over. What else do we need? Go take ourselves a... Green is kind of pointless. Why is it the only move on the entire board? Okay, we'll take it. Throw the Goblin Rocket on Famine. No, we are not dealing with Famine again. No, 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 no. Let's go all in Famine. Throw this at him. Keep making sure Famine goes down. And we'll just take a purple into Azura, into full mana, into Gorgolfa, into the other one. How do you just have so far away from full mana? There you go. And now we go for it. Double kill that. And now we just have to deal with the other two. And we actually don't really need to worry about Dawnbringer because we have... Oops, I should have taken that first. Whoops. Which one's lower? You're lower. But we don't have to worry about Dawnbringer since we have Dispel off of this. So that'll be able to take care of it. So I'm going to take a Skull here. Then we throw Azura. Or never mind, we don't even need to. Dead. Really? Even the instant kill can trigger the giant spider off of that. We just tapped him, and then the instant kill tapped him. But the instant kill also triggered the giant spider. Well then. Well then. Okay, we'll go through the poke. Pick that up. Is that enough damage? Should be. And then it goes. Double kill. Assassin wouldn't have done that, actually. There are different forms of instant kills in this game. Though, with that being said, that instant kill probably does count as damage in Guild Wars then, if it interacts like that. Because there are some instant kills in this game that interact completely differently. Like, archers also count as damage. As you can tell from whenever it takes, like, if it hits anything with Skull Reflect, it instantly dies if it hits it with Bullseye. But, some of them that aren't considered are things like, Dracos 1337. As well as the Assassin instant kill. The Assassin instant kill, well, it just instantly kills them. It doesn't actually count specifically as damage. As far as Guild Wars is concerned, every Devour actually doesn't count as damage either. Yeah, let's just get rid of Plague. Out of anything on his team, that's going to be the most annoying one. Not even that annoying, but still. I remember when this team at one point was actually meta. Though these days I would not consider it at all to be really that good. There's way too many counters to it now. Even back when it was kind of good, it was still pretty easily countered. And that's not enough damage. Good thing I didn't cast it. Now it's enough damage. Or should be. Never mind, now it's not. He just HP buffed again. Okay, we'll go throw a little bit more mana. And that will definitely be enough since we can just go Goblin Rock. I mean, Goblin it. And take it out. I keep wanting to say something else because I never use a goblin. Every single goblin is goblin and then another word. Like the Ice Goblin or the Goblin Rocket or the Hobgoblin and all those. I feel so weird just saying goblin because when would you ever bother bringing them out other than like those very few weird teams like this that actually bother using them. Okay, let's go and we'll take the purple there. Oh, wait. Let me take it that way. Good thing that misclicked. 6 wins, 0 losses so far. Nice. They are baiting people to use their gems and then nerf it later. No, I highly doubt that. They said that they were just going to rebalance it like they said, just to make sure that it would be at least useful, but not completely useless. And that's basically what they did when they rebalanced it. And personally, I think the current state of the Ubastet actually is fine. The only thing they're probably going to turn back some is the capability of how he like quad kills things and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure that's not intended. That's about the only thing that would really be reverted on him if they were to do anything, just because it's not intended for him to do that. Alright, we'll go through this down again. Get our kill. But yeah, the easiest way to counter him is just have high durability, and then he never gets a kill. You would have to use a giant team or something like that. There's plenty of teams that counter it. It's just similar to some teams out there. You specifically have to build your team around it in order to properly counter it. Kind of like how not using freeze or gob chompers against goblins will sometimes lead to a really bad battle. If you do use freeze and or gob chompers, it'll be like the easiest battle you could ever get. It's kind of like one of those situations where you specifically have to make sure you counter it in order to win the battle. Also, barrier would help a lot as well. If you just barrier with a quick Dragonian Monk or a quick Dwarven Gate or double Dwarven Gate. Let's see. Okay, we'll go for that. It doesn't stop his instant kill, but if you make sure that both the things he targets is barrier, he will not be able to get an instant kill because neither of them will die. And you just have to keep doing that over and over again. So something like a double Dwarven Gate Valkyrie Tesla would be pretty effective against it. And most people have that, except maybe the Tesla, but you could replace that with something else if you really had to. Though Tesla is the best for it. I guess we'll get rid of Dawnbringer. We'll go for that. Get the kill. Throw that down. And just repeat it again. Oops, that is not what I meant to do. Luckily, we actually turned it, though. That is not who I meant to cast, but I'll take it. I meant to do the Goblin Rocket into the cast, but oh well. At least we actually turned it, so nothing really hindered us there. You think the next mythic that's coming could have a better third trait? Oh yeah, what is the next mythic? I didn't even bother looking ahead because, well, we literally just got the most recent one, so I wasn't really paying much attention to the following one. Let's see. Mythic. Wait, has it even been announced yet? I don't think it has. Let's see. July 6th. Yes, it has. You're correct. It is a green, purple, red. It is a beast dark. Oh, wait, never mind. Just these trace stones. It's a divine fae. Another divine. Okay, they need to stop adding divines. They're gonna make the divine Ishbala like the only troop in the game, or like the only support troop in the game. It feels like she just keeps getting stronger and stronger, and she's already been insane since the second she's been added to the game. But they keep adding divine mythics. They added a lot of the Daemon mythics initially. Like almost every single mythic when they first started out adding mythics was Daemon. But now they're doing the inverse of that, where almost all of them are divine. And Daemons don't have a 50% mana start, but divines do. So they just keep getting stronger and stronger with divine Ishbala. Anyways, it steals magic plus 2 life from the 2 weakest enemies. So another troop that hits the 2 weakest enemies. And then steals 8 magic from the 2 strongest. Ooh. That has potential as far as its ability. And it steals life, which means not only does it do true damage, but she gets to keep that HP as well of whatever damage she does. So that's kind of cool. Other than that, she has Fey Bond, which is pretty useless, so it is a little bit more HP on top of her already existing HP steal. Immunity to Burning and Fairy Fire, which is pretty irrelevant, though at least it's good against Fairy Fire. And that also does mean you can't Elma Grim Loop it or anything against it, or at least not as well. And other than that, it has Sunfire for its final ability, which is Fairy Fire, a random enemy on red gem matches. That doesn't seem horrible. All you have to do is use a red spam team with her. And she does use red. It's not like she doesn't use red. If she didn't use red, then I could see that being pretty bad. But she uses red. All you'd have to do is use any red spam, and you'd be fine. Pretty much you'd one-turn it. In some instances, that might even be quicker than getting it on 4 times matches, like what a Queen Titania does. Also, they would stack together as well, too. So if you took a red extra turn and you were using both of them on your same team, if you happen to have been using them on your same team, it would do a double Fairy Fire when you take an extra turn red. It would Fairy Fire 2 enemies, one because of the Mythic and one because of the Queen Titania. Though I don't think that would be done because they're both the same coloration, so it probably wouldn't work out. Not to mention she's true damage and the other one is not true damage. But yeah, I could definitely see this new Mythic coming out next month being used in true damage teams. True damage teams basically don't even exist at the moment because there's not good enough options. Biggest issue with true damage, as well as this new Mythic that's coming out, is true damage has a really gigantic lack of board control. Almost nothing under true damage has board control. And the few that do, like let's say Marilith, which isn't really even board control, it's more like board clear. But even ones like that, they do so little damage. It's only 6 true damage to everything. Yeah, true damage just doesn't have what it needs to really function. It may eventually, but at the current moment in time, it's not really worth using. And I honestly don't think that new Mythic's going to make it enough to push it over. Though if true damage ever does make a comeback, it is going to be used within the context of those kind of teams. But I don't believe she's going to make it come back at all. But no, it still seems like a fine Mythic. It's also, I believe, the first troop with true damage to have Fairy Fire. Though, hopefully they fix it. There's been a glitch, and I don't know if it's actually been fixed yet, because I haven't bothered testing it. I don't think it has. But Life Steal does not work with Fairy Fire, which is really, really weird. But I assume that would be fixed if they're adding it to a Mythic like that, but If not, that is the strangest thing ever. Let's give a troop Fairy Fire, but have its ability not work with Fairy Fire. Okay, we'll go... The awkward moment when you need true damage, when talking about true damage. See, true damage comes in handy sometimes. No, actually true damage is pretty good. It's just, it lacks it doesn't have any board control. So, compared to board control loop with physical damages or skulls or literally anything else, it's better than true damage in most situations. Yeah, her name is Suna. Hello, Maze! Welcome! But yeah, if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, or need help building teams or anything of the such, feel free to leave them in chat. We'll be around for about another hour and a half, just messing around with the new Mythic mainly, as well as this other stuff. And, yeah, if you have anything you want to mention, just let me know. I'll make sure to do so. We'll go for a Gorgolfa here. Get all that exploded. Get a Zura. Sure, we'll double kill that, and then he'll just kill himself out. If he wouldn't have taken that skull, that would have been nice. We'll take a blue here. And down it goes. Oh, YouTube for not letting the stream. Well, if you click the little bell notification thing, it sometimes lets you know. It's supposed to always let you know when you click the bell, but there's a little thing next to the thing. Well, you guys probably know about it by now, but a little bell button thingy, and it notifies you whenever whenever I go live or whenever a video goes out. But for whatever reason, YouTube's been messing around with their notification thing, and not in a good way. So sometimes it just doesn't pop up at all, which is weird. But it happens. But yeah, we stream well, we always stream at the exact same times, though. Should probably make that, like, better well-known, though. But it's been the same way for over a year now. We stream every Friday and Saturday at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we stream every night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for an hour. Sometimes a little bit longer, depending on what's going on. Oh, he almost killed me there. I'll go take the red. Go take the skull. Throw that into an Azura. And we'll get that down again. Take the reds. Double kill. Dead. Hello, Zero. Is there a way to get the lost weapons from Invasion's boss fights, for example? Currently, there is no way to get any of those weapons if you did not get them initially, which is really strange. Yeah, they keep adding weapons that are basically like exclusive to specific events. They did this a lot in the past, but they started doing it again now with invasions and raids and stuff. Not sure why. it never made sense back then, and why would they bring it back, I did not know. But there's currently no way to obtain any old raid or invasion weapon if you did not get them during the week of their thing. And that is also applicable on most of the old event weapons as well. So why are they doing that? I don't know. Hopefully they'll address it in the future with the Soulforge in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, it doesn't make much sense. So we'll go throw this down. Go get the kill there. And just repeat it again, and that's match. So we'll go throw this onto you since we can't hit the other one. And that is Gorgolfa. He did not go for all that mana for whatever reason, though. The only bad side is we don't have enough damage, so we'll go for that. Get a goblin on it. And that should almost be enough. We keep splitting our damage between the two, but that's because that's stealthy, so I can't specifically target it. So I guess we'll go for this. Stop doing attack reduction, but that should be enough to kill now. He should be low enough. And dead. There we go. Actually, we already had enough base damage to kill both of them. Could have done that ages ago. What's that in BST? I have not the slightest clue. But we start 1.5 hours prior to now every Friday and Saturday. And we start 8.5 hours from now every day. So whatever that is in your time zone. So regardless of what your time zone is, whatever 8.5 hours from now is what time we stream every day. And whatever an hour and a half prior to now is what time we stream every Friday and Saturday. What do we do here? We'll go take a yellow. Oops, that's not how you move that. Okay, we'll go and... We don't really have anything we could take here. Guess we could take the skull and try for green. That's not really going to work out, though. Don't really even need that green. Need a blue or purple here. None of it's available. Guess we'll just take a yellow. Oh, we got a blue off that random cascade. Wow. I'll take it. Oh, no, he's starting to hold... Oh, Yagway, what are you doing? Luckily, he didn't loop that, but wow. Well, there goes the team. Did he already pretty much just win? He pretty much already won. Luckily, we got that magic reduction there. That's actually really useful. But, wow. That's not good. Not to mention my damage is actually reduced quite a bit. Because it also... Anytime anything dies, his or my own, we start losing damage. I believe that's enough, so we'll go for that. And, yeah, that's pretty bad. We'll try for this again. Hopefully we get the full mana. Still, at least we're getting magic reduction too, so that's helping us a little bit, but not in a good situation, that's for sure. He has Yagway as well right now. He doesn't have alignment on it, so I think what my game plan here is I don't think he's going to cascade enough. We cast this twice, I believe is the game plan. We did 62. Now it's going to do even less because one of them died. So, yeah, it's not looking good. Grab that. Take the other red. Take the yellow. Take a red. Actually, either of them would work. Actually, anything would work at this point to go grab that. Only big issue here is I don't believe we could apply enough damage to him. I'd have to somehow take a skull right now. In the next turn or two. And there's no way on the board to do that. That or I'd have to get all my mana back right now. I'd have to cast and then get all my mana back and do it that way. But I somehow need to get a skull without him getting full mana. I guess I could give him yellow and hope it doesn't surge. As long as I deny his green, so I do that. Oh, he still finds a way to get red. No, he did Infernus, and down we go. Nope, he ended up getting us with the Yagway cast. Surprised how quickly that ended up clearing through us. But, oh well, it happens sometimes. Is there a good green Guild War team that uses Yagway with no mythics? Normally I use Dark Maiden instead of Yagway in most situations on Green Day. It's a little bit awkward using him because he only generates back into himself because you're most likely not using another red. I have used it in the past. I can't recall what I actually used. I'd go try making one real quick though. Just add a legend of below. Okay, we'll go and... What do we even need here? I guess we just get a Zura up. Would be our best bet, so we'll go grab that. Cascade a little bit of mana. We'll need 2 turns to get her up at this point. Doesn't even matter if we surge that or not, but we'll go grab that. Get the other one down. We need one of these to have the full mana. Don't have any of the ones we actually need to have full mana at full mana, but we'll go do that. Go take that down. Take the double kill. And now we just have to deal with Kraken. Oh, we could actually lose if he gets the Devour there. Still possible. Probably won't though. So grab that, throw that in there. And all I need is him to reach full mana before he does something weird. Problem is you just took away my mana generator. We'll grab this for a bunch of mana. It's not an extra turn, but it's still a lot of mana. So go grab all that. Oh wait, never mind, it is extra turn. I didn't see the other red over there. Perfect, an S match. There we go. Yeah, let's go make a Yagway green team. So, Yagway on green. So, we can't use Dark Maiden then. Oh, before we do, let me go clear through this battle real quick. Actually, out of extreme safety sake, let's even go and throw down the Doom Skull Explode team. Just to make sure we guarantee get this. Well, as we lose. Let's gotta get a guaranteed chance to win. And then we lose with this team. No, we should be fine. Also, thank you, Stray, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. So, go get the Explode in there. He'll do a little bit of pokes. He'll poke us back. It's only a poke onto a Gorgolfa, so it means nothing. Go convert out yellow, and that should be match. Oh, actually, you know what? I shouldn't have done it on yellow. That's not too big a deal. As long as we have alignment right here, which we do, so it's fine. So we'll do that. Wish he was full mana right now. Would be so convenient. Do I get rid of blues? It's one of the colors we need, but I think it's fine. Because we'll have the other alignment right here, which will give us the blues right back, and that's match. Aw, why don't you have full? I guess we got rid of red. We keep getting rid of the colors we need, but it's still working out. So we'll do that. That'll allow us to do this. And we'll take that one, sure. Grab a... Convert on that. Every single time I need to cast you, you don't have your mana. Oh, go get that down. And that's matched. I don't even need to follow up it with anything. And there we go. Okay, now that we got that secured and we got our map, the guarantee map it feels like with that, let's go and switch over to the green team. Not what I meant. Wow. Okay, I guess we'll clear through this thing again. Okay, if we're gonna do that, we might as well just go do Firebomb. What even is that? Anyways, we're gonna move that over. Oh, oh, yeah, move that over again. I thought that was his turn for a second. I was gonna say, did we just lose our turn again? All we have to do is just let him Firebomb multiple times. Go for that down. Oh no, the only problem with a Doomstorm is he's getting a bunch of Doom Skulls, and I don't want him doing that. I could actually have won that battle, or that turn. Oh well, same difference. And down it goes. Okay, now let's go do a green team, assuming we have a real battle on our last slot. And yeah, that's real enough. Okay, let's go and do green Guild War. So let's go get a Yagway in here. Figure out everything else. Oh yeah, let me go put this onto my brown day, I guess. What is my current brown day? Why is it lagging? Did I just crash the game? I think it just crashed. It's on a loading screen doing nothing. Hello? Game? Now it turned white. Game? Respond? Hello? Might need to restart the game. We somehow just crashed it by clicking edit team. I don't understand why it doesn't show white on your guy's screen. Does it even show a loading bar? Does it even show a loading bar on the stream itself? There we go. Okay, I don't know why that took so long. Anyways. Do I save this? I will remember it later. I sure hope so. What's our current brown? I might not replace that. But we are going to use this team for brown day. I'll probably remember it. Anyways, let's go and replace this out with a green Guild War. So let's go pure green, all colors. And you said with a Yagway. So let's start with Yagway and work our way backwards from there. So we want a Yagway. We need a mana generator for it. We need everything to include green. So we're probably going to want to go with a Baba Yaga. Go with KrissTigger. And now we just need a the last color then. And go with a no mythic. Oh wait, I was gonna click yellow and brown and go like boom. There we go. But no, I forgot no mythic. So we're gonna have to miss a color. I guess if we're to miss any color, which one do we actually get rid of then? We technically deny out brown, but I don't really want to lose Baba Yaga as it's a pretty good disable. We get to hit the last 2 slots really strong while also being able to... I mean, we get to disable the last 2 slots while killing the first 2 slots. It's basically the whole premise that we're going for with this. With that being said, I believe brown-green would have better support then. Diviner doesn't have anything to feed yellow to. Famine would be great, but you said no mythics. The Setai's not needed. Sylvania Moore doesn't really work well in this context, so I guess technically could go with it. I do kind of want to go for an Entangle option. Willow, I guess, as kind of like an alternative Sylvania, and just kind of do that, but there's no Beast on the team, so I guess wouldn't really help too much. Would be okay damage, though. Hey, never mind. Nothing under this actually really supports properly, or at least none of them that are below Mythic. So we won't go for that then. What do we have under the other color? I know there's Grapple Pot. Obviously Famine. Or Yali. No, not Yali. Shocktopus wouldn't work in this context of this team. Coin Aurora would be good, but it's Mythic. Wardbreaker would be good, but it's Mythic. Ranger would be way too weak for Guild Wars. So I guess that would bring us down to Falconer, which is a 3rd summoner plus red for our Yagway. Plus it summons a red, so it gets that as well. And that's basically it. I realize that my gel's under this color, then that would work for it. Other than like a Grapple Pot if we really wanted to go do that. But then we lack Mana Generator. Neither of these colors actually had a Mana Generator under them, or at least not a good one. Queen Aurora technically is, but that is a Mythic. And this would be if there was enough red, but it's very unlikely you'd get 13 red every single time off a Yagway. It is possible, but probably not too likely. So that wouldn't really leave us with a proper generator then. So we might as well just, I guess, not go with one then. Just do it like that. I guess technically we could go replace our KrissTigger and try doing that. Could even do Baba Yaga, get that away, and go with something else if we really wanted to. What's that new troop coloration again? Oh, no, never mind. It doesn't have green in it. It creates green, but it doesn't use green. So we wouldn't be able to use it in this team. We really lack mana generation on this team. It has every troop on it works nicely in Guild Wars. But we don't have the mana generation we need to keep it going, I don't think. Oreo? It doesn't do mana generation, though. It creates a Leaf Storm, which is kind of cool. But, we don't really have any board clear to utilize that green storm with. Closest thing we have is KrissTigger, and maybe a Yagway that lands. But we'll give this a shot for now. We'll see how bad it actually is without the mana generation. It is a possibility that we just gain so much, that we can have enough board control just off of sheer damage and summons. Well, let's go give this a shot. Actually, I should probably put the KrissTigger first. Put the Baba Yaga back a little bit so we could use it more as a tank. Actually, we could even KrissTigger first slot if we really wanted to. And move the Yagway back by one. And just do it that way. So I think we'll do that like that. Anyways, let's go. And also, we technically do cover brown because we get Baba Yaga to summon a brown purple. So we do eventually cover it, but then we lose blue. But anyways, let's go and... what is the minus brown banner if we were to go for this? I believe it's +2 yellow. I mean, +2 red, +1 yellow. Which wouldn't be horrible. I guess it rushes Yagway, which I guess it's worth doing. I get a little bit into Queen Grappa as well. But yeah, we'll give this a shot. Just see what happens. I am super focused now. I don't know. I was just picking up a team real quick. Just to see how it would work. Someone was asking about it. What was the questions I missed? But yeah, this is Green Guild War No Mythic. Was requested. Skullbeard and Dark Maiden. Oh! Skullbeard! Yep, why did I not use Skullbeard? Yeah, normally I would use Dark Maiden for the thing. But yeah, Skullbeard, how did I forget about Skullbeard? Yeah, Skullbeard would actually be the proper mana generator for this. Actually, pretty much is the exact same team like Skullbeard, except change the order to Yagway, Baba Yaga, Skullbeard. Actually, you'd probably use Skullbeard second slot. Go, what would be that order then? It would be, Yagway, Skullbeard, Baba Yaga, and Queen Grappa then. You could do it that way. But let's go see if what we can do with this. So he's about to do a Mercy. He's going to get some mana over there. We can't stop it. We'll need some yellow, but we don't actually need to take yellow to get us going. Main thing we actually need are greens and blues, surprisingly. So we'll go for that. Because we need it for KrissTigger. We also need Yagway's mana, of course, too. But I guess we'll go grab that. We can take it off this red. So we'll go to that. We'll have a Yagway over there. Never mind. It's not aligned. We do get a bit of our mana back. And I guess that is worth going for. Because if we take that, we're going to have to take the skull. And taking a skull actually wouldn't be too good since we're just going to hit against Gorgolfa. So we'll go to that. Get a little bit of our mana. Kill does that still for us. So we go get a kill here. Never mind. It's not enough damage. Thought that would be. He gets a double silence. Really? Double silence versus double silence, apparently. But we'll go through the Yagway now. Get the kill there. Go do a little Mercy heal. We'll go and get the next Grappa Pod up. Yeah, how did I forget about Skullbeard? Yeah, Dark Maiden's normally what I would use. I actually don't really care for using Yagway on Guild War days because Dark Maiden generally is better in its place. Not always. It depends specifically on the team, but if you're only running one red, normally it's better to run Dark Maiden than Yagway. More often than not. Wow, why is this stat so low for a 3 trophy? And down it goes. Let's see. Oh, you don't have KrissTigger? Well, just use Skullbeard then. But yeah, let's go do it with Skullbeard in the order I said earlier. So, boom. Yeah, like that. And put a Skullbeard there. Oops, that's not how you spell Skullbeard. And there we go. Same banner. Don't need to switch anything there. Let's give this a shot. And again, do we put Baba Yaga in front of it? No, it'd block too much. Kind of want to keep Yagway alive. But I also need to keep my mana generator alive. But we also need immune to mana drain because he's using a Scion right now. So I guess we put Yagway in first slot. So one of the few instances he really gets a shine. He's one of the best troops in the entire game right now that has immune to mana drain. And there aren't really too many at the moment. So if you really need a Scion counter, him in first slot, actually, he pretty much is one of the best counters to that currently within the game. Might just go for a second Yagway here just to kill it. So we'll do that. What do we need? What do we need? Guess we just go and take a skull just so we would get less value if this was a Guild War battle. Because we want him doing as little damage as possible. And we really need a Captain Skullbeard so we catch up on mana as well if this was a Guild War battle. We already are ahead, but we need to be way more ahead than we currently are to really get full points. I guess we'll finally let him have a skull. We don't have that much reduction on it though. But I can't keep letting him take mana. So if he wastes his turn for that, that's actually going to help us. So we'll take some reds. Still does a little bit of damage, but he does way more damage that turn. Meaning his points would have came back up a little bit. Not that big a deal, but still would have had some effect. We'll try taking a blue afterwards. Oh, he already got Famine. I don't have a lineman either, do I? This was Guild Wars, that'd be horrible right now. But we'll take that hit. And guess we'll try for a skull. It's not really that big a deal. We'd obviously still win. But that would have hindered our points ever so slightly. And down it goes. Okay, that actually wouldn't have been too bad for points because it did go pretty quick regardless. But yeah, I think that would have been okay. Yeah, seems decent enough to actually use. Yagway, Captain Skullbeard, Baba Yaga, Queen, Grapplepot. I'd ideally use Famine here though instead. But Grapplepot's still fine. Did you build a new pet team? What do you mean, new pet team? You don't build teams out of pets. The old one is taking forever. Oh! You mean to complete them out with? There's never going to be a new pet team until they add a better Devourer to the game, or a better Barrier Spam Troop. There's really only 2 good pet teams in the game, and that's basically anything around a Bullet Loop, or a Double Dwarven Gate Valkyrie Tesla. Those are the 2 effective, cheap, well in the case of Tesla, cheap, teams that work for pet battles that can beat out any pet battle. Yeah, there aren't too many other options unless you have like a Great Maul or some other kind of really good late game Devourer option. But there are like a few legends out there. Without running legends, Bullet's the only consistent way to really kill it out. And it does take forever. It could take you an hour, could take you 2 hours. More often than not, from what I was testing on my other account, it takes about 50 minutes, which technically is enough time to do it within the hour. Though it feels like it takes like an hour every single time. Almost feels like it takes 3 hours, but it does get done in about 15 minutes on average. I think there was once when it kind of went over a little bit, but still, it takes about 50 minutes. Let's see. You can't use the code for 3 more hours. How long does it last? The code generally, well, it doesn't have a timer on it. It's how long it lasts is how long its claims last. It has about 400 claims, but even though we don't have 400 viewers, it goes way, 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 way quicker than that because it gets shared with guilds and it gets shared on global chat and it gets shared on everywhere pretty quickly. There's already networks of people that get it out there in like seconds, so it doesn't generally last too long. I think the average code would normally last about 15 minutes, unfortunately. And we'll have the other one soon. I guess we'll give out the other code when we end up finding another gnome, like we said earlier. We gave out the first one during a gnome, and I guess we'll give out the next one during a gnome as well. Might as well. But yeah, if we find a treasure gnome or a pet gnome, we'll give out the code. And if we don't, we'll probably give it out in the next half hour. But if we find one of them, we'll give it out immediately. Alright, we'll go get that. Take all this over. And sure, we'll go for the action turn. We get brown out of it anyways, which is something I was already going to take regardless. Manas. Why aren't any of you good? I don't want to give him extra turn either, so I guess we'll just grab that. Got a lucky Cascade for the blue there too. Pick our Zero to get the last bit of mana we need there. Throw a thing right there so it goes down. Get the cleanup, and we get the instant kill on it. And that's pretty much match. Throw it down again. Get a Gorgolfa. Get a Gorgolfa. And that's match. Kill off that. Let me hit it, please. And down it goes. Sweet. That actually went really smooth. Too bad every battle can't go like that. Pretty much battles like those is why we even bother using this team. It's just to hope that every single one goes like that. Of course, yeah, it doesn't always happen that smoothly. But that is the ideal of what will happen pretty much every battle when we're specifically using this team. Okay, he has a Mercy. He's going to actually feed us free yellow, so it's great when we're playing a 5 versus 4, so he'll help us there. We'll go just take our standard mana, just get it up a little bit. He'll give that yellow in a second, so we'll go get ready for it. Never mind, he didn't give it to us. I'm actually going to hold Azure for 1 turn just in case he does decide to give it to us. He still didn't do it. Okay, never mind. I'll stop holding then. Which one do we go for? Let's go do it there. Throw some explosions. Probably a bad idea because now we won't get his good mercy, but oh well. We'll clear out the board. Hopefully don't give him a good board. And no, we did not. Perfectly fine. He didn't really give us anything either, but at least we didn't give him anything in return. No good drops here, so we'll go through just a Goblin Rocket. Which one's more important? Probably that one, since it's already lower. We can go for another poke on it with a little bit more mana. Or never mind. Okay, I guess that works too. Did we just hit like 3 skulls? I think we did. That would have been at least 2. And there we go. Hey, Yagway. Flame Troll, Alchemist, Moneylender, Yagway. Interesting. Alchemist, Moneylender loop. Or the Flame Troll for the Yagway. I guess he's banking on getting infinite Yagway loop. It appears to be what he's trying for there. I don't normally see it on defend occur that often because the AI doesn't know when to do it. It still does happen. We actually lost one of our battles to it earlier. Or at least to a partial loop. But, I don't know. AI generally doesn't do it correctly. Problem is we don't really have a converter on this team, so if we accidentally like Gorgulfa him aboard, we auto lose. And there isn't really much we could do about it. Oh, I should have threw that first. I guess it doesn't matter much, but always good to throw the Goblin first. We'll get that down. Go get a poke. Oh, that is not who I meant to cast down. Meant to definitely go for that. And that's match. There we go. The tip for Guild Wars, it's most important to get the win than using a full color team. Oh yeah, if you can get the win, if you aren't capable of winning with 4 times, you definitely want to go and use a 3 times with the mana generator. So for example, on a green day Guild War, if you're struggling on green day, let's just say, instead of using a 4 times green, you want to use a 3 times green with a green seer, or 3 times green with a spirit dancer, both of which have the capability of generating you a lot of greens. And that's pretty much applicable for every single coloration of a day. Just throw like the converter onto the team that doesn't use the color, and it would most likely be enough to stabilize your team to be able to win. You'd still mostly be using the right color, but it would allow you to maintain a much higher win rate. Yeah, normally when you see me going over them, I do need to make sure when we do go over them in the future though, again, I do mention like 3 times versions, because there are a lot of people that can't run it without it. But normally when you see me using teams, it's always 4 times, just because this late in the game, you should never really be using 3 times. Just because you have access to almost every trip in the games at that point. Because at that point, if you don't use 4 times, you're going to be scoring way, 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 way lower than other guilds. Okay, we'll go and... So I'll just take the yellow over. Okay, please don't infinitely loop us. It looks like he's trying. He's getting there. He's attempting it. He's thinking about it. He's definitely thinking about it. We'll go and get a Gorgulfa down. Get the poke. Oh, wait. We already did enough damage, but at least we can go and focus which one we want now. So we'll go do that. That guarantees that we get the other one down. Oops, I gave him that on the board. And we'll just go for the... Sure, remove that. Try for the skull, didn't get it. Actually, you know what? I might just manually take it at this point. Throw that at him. Throw the skull. And how do you not have full mana? We'll go get you full mana. And that's match. Didn't extra turn it, but as long as he doesn't kill us this turn, we win. He hit us with about 7 skulls. And then we take it out. Let's see. Oh, the support tickets? Sometimes they're pretty good about support tickets, sometimes they're not. It can be wavering sometimes. It's mainly just because, as of recently, they've been pretty swamped. Particularly since the most recent patch with the various support ticket things. Support for this game used to be like absolutely amazing, but as they got like more and more overworked, keeps like going down in quality. But no, support generally, from what I've seen and for this game, has been pretty good. But as of recently, particularly last year, they have been getting a little bit more generic in their responses, which is somewhat unfortunate. But if you're persistent enough, they'll probably get around to it properly. What's the best counter to silence? Cleanse. Any cleanse. Literally any cleanse. Unless it's silent one, in which case kill it before it does anything. Or just silence it. Can't you silence one? Yeah, you can silence one. But yeah, basically disable silent one before you can do anything. But that's the only instance of full silence on your team. Otherwise, you just use cleanse or have double cleanse or triple cleanse on your team. It's the reason why, or one of the other reasons why divines are pretty popular too. Because divines have almost everything with cleanse. And you can easily just go use a, like a divine or Shpala into mercy kind of team. And there you go, you already have 2 cleanses just waiting to go. And even in Guild War days, you can generally easily use 2 cleanses as well if they're running silence spam. Assuming that it's a day where you can actually use, them. And down it goes. Let's see. The web spinner with her Yali viable for green or blue day? I think I've ran it on green day before. I normally prefer running it on with Yasmin than with Yali though. Web spinner automatically gets its poison after its first cast. You don't really need a Yali for it, because by the time you're looping and getting a lot of extra turns, you would have already gotten your poison off of web spinner. So it's a little bit redundant having the double poison. And the true damage itself off of Yali doesn't really help that team particularly. But with the Yasmin, it works out a little bit better because you get entangles to make sure that if you do fail, that you'll won't take any scroll damage back, at least at minimum. But yeah, I personally wouldn't use web spinner or Yali in Guild Wars, or really in any context, but particularly not Guild Wars. Is that a kill? Yeah, I think that's a kill. So we'll go get that. Get the double kill there. Also, by the way, that Mimic, if you don't have a Mimic yet, mini Mimic, there's a guaranteed chance to get it off the next pet. Or, you know, not a guaranteed chance, but, you know, it's a 24-hour pet, so pretty good chance that you would end up getting it there, assuming you could take out the battles. And I believe I will go do a Teams video thingy for it again, for the pet. I didn't do it for the most recent one because it was a pretty redundant pet, plus the battles were pretty easy, so I didn't bother. But next week, I believe I will, because it's for a mini Mimic, which is arguably one of the best ones in the game at the moment. And we'll go for that, and down it goes. Hopefully it'll be easier battles, but I'll still probably show it even if it is easier battles, at least the final 2, with something on my lower level account. Actually, I didn't even bother getting the most recent one on my lower level account, the little unicorn. It's just not worth it. It's Silverglade bonus. I'm never going to use Silverglade bonus on that count. Closest I would get is maybe some kind of KrissTigger team, but I don't even think I have KrissTigger on that account. Or at least not currently, of course. And it wouldn't really be worth soul forging it either. Does Satire in Pet battle? Wait, what? Oh, the pet thingy. Oh no, that one's not really that good. Yeah. There's some that just feel so bad when you end up getting them because they're just so useless. Okay, we'll go move that over. I wonder if the cosmetic pets will actually be in the drop table too. That's going to be super annoying as well once they start coming in a way. Because you could potentially get a pet battle where the pet that you would obtain from the pet battle does nothing. Literally nothing. If we think bad bonuses are bad, imagine how bad no bonus is. We'll go take that down. But yeah, they're only going to be doing that for particular events though. They're not spamming them like crazy. Or I sure hope they aren't. I'll go throw that in there, get the double kill. And sure, we'll just take the red over, grab all that. And all we have to do is apply enough damage to this, and it'll be good. We'll go through that. Take that just in case. Go for the other one, and there we go. Every every ancestry trait troop has immune to silence. Diviner has cleanse too. Yes, you can end up easily doing the it's the diviner into the full team would end up being Mercy Diviner, any really heavy troop like Infernus that uses those colors plus Diviner Spala, and you have 2.3 cleanses with one of them immune to silence. That's basically the other core divine team. Most people just use Ubastet in it now. Ooh, another double Ubastet team. Interesting. I should probably go build a proper counter to it. What does this weapon do? To an enemy by your divine allies. Oh, he's actually going the divine route to try to feed it mana. Interesting. He's not going down the other route. So what's the easiest way to counter this then? The easiest way would probably be to HP buff or barrier buff spam. So with that being said, I don't think I have a Tesla set up at the moment. Let's try Tesla spamming it because it has both of those components on it. It gains durability, plus it has barrier spam. So let's see if we can beat this out with standard Dwarven Gates into a Tesla. Dwarven Gate, Valkyrie, and a Tesla. And Banner's already correct, actually. I don't even need to switch it. The +2 red, +1 yellow. Perfect. And let's see what this does against it. So this is another double Ubastet, slightly different than the previous one we battled. But it should easily be able to take care of it. So we'll take the red over, take the free turn and all that mana. Get a Valkyrie on the green. You want to take another mana before I throw anything out here. We'll take that red, grab that down, get all that mana, move that over. Take that down, double Dwarven Gate, go from there. Throw this one first so the barrier does the protection on it, so we don't die as easily. Get a Valkyrie onto the green again for the second time. That gives us Tesla, and just keep repeating that until we win. That's funny, we have to use the other troop that boosts based on, well, I guess technically we don't have to, but we could use like almost any blue there. But we're using the other one that boosts based on stats out of everything in the battle. There's only 2 of them that currently do that. There's Tesla, and then there's the Ubastet. It's currently nothing else that does it based on literally everything. Oh wait, actually there is one other one, but it's so useless. I believe the Pride Guard guy, that one green-red, ends up doing his damage based on all... it's single target damage based on all ally and enemy armor. But that one doesn't really work out that well. Anyways, go through this in there. Get a Valkyrie. What do we need? Nothing's worth going for, so I guess we just throw another Valkyrie down. We'll go to that. Get another one. I mean, not Valkyrie. I mean, wow. So I'm calling everything by the wrong names today. Another Dwarven Gate. I think we'll do this on purple just because it gives us a little bit of mana that we need. As long as both of them surge, we're fine. Never mind, we got a 5 times there. Didn't even see that. Wow. Okay, well, that's even better then. Perfectly fine. We'll go throw a Tesla into that. And that's almost matched right there. And he still hasn't even gotten a single hit on us. And even if he did, it would just be into barriers. And he wouldn't ever be able to instant kill if he just hits on double barrier. If he hits on a barrier and a non-barrier and he kills the non-barriered one, then he will get the instant kill on the other one. But if he hits on 2 non-barriers, then he will never get an extra turn. I mean, he will never get the instant kill, I mean. And that's match. Yeah, that's how you deal with those. And if you don't have Tesla, use literally any other blue in the game that does high damage. And that's 2 commons and a rare. And that defeats out that team that's being very annoying with its instant kills. Yeah, it's really easy to counter. You just have to use the right team. Yeah, that's pretty much what you would use against it. I'll need to try it against Demon Angels 1 when he throws it out. We'll go take the reds over. We'll go through purple. Yeah, we'll see which one actually ends up going quicker. Valkyrie double Dwarven Gate goes pretty quick too. You can 1-turn it if you get a good enough starting board from the very first turn of the battle. We better not lose this team again. I think I focus all in on Famine. I don't know if I'll actually be able to target it down, but I definitely want to get it out. Because that's... If we're going to die to anything, it's going to be the Famine. I think that's low enough. Okay, we won. If Famine's dead, we win. No, actually, you could still technically Infernus, Infinite Loop us. But it's pretty unlikely. Can you please click? Please click. Please click! I know it's somewhat my fault for misclicking. But, yeah. We need hotkeys. Actually, next Q&A. Actually, I don't even know why I didn't ask Salty when she actually brought up questions earlier. I definitely need to. Because they mentioned it, but then never added it. They need to add hotkeys to PC version. You have a whole keyboard worth of hotkeys, and they're not using a single one other than the escape key, which brings up the options menu. That's the only hotkey on PC that does anything. Okay, let's go, and we'll take brown over, then take a yellow. Hopefully you won't get Scion. Actually, you probably should have put an anti-Scion in first slot, but oh well. Too late for that. Okay, he didn't really get anything out of that, or at least not yet anyways. What do we move? I guess we'll go take a yellow over. Oh wait, oops, no, that gives him purple. Ah! Oh, that just lost the battle. Nope. That's not good. Okay, we'll take a yellow. Not like it's gonna do much. Actually, it might. Oh, you know what? We actually did get some value out of that. Especially if we actually turn right here. Oh, I didn't get it. But we at least got an okay starting mana. We get that to Surge. Perfect. Oh, of course he would get that Cascade into a Famine. 3 HP. Luckily, he can't be burning, so it still lives for one more tank. And there it goes. And yeah, this is match. I'll take a Skull just because he's gonna drain us anyways. And that's about it. I think we lose. So we'll take the blue, didn't get the purple off the top. He Ragnagords, he'll Infernus, and that'll pretty much be dead. Take a purple, get some poke. Now we gotta win with just the Azura. Can we do it? If we lose even one turn, we auto lose. We got one down. Keep doing that, Azura. Go, 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 go. Okay, that's as far as we go. She got one kill. And there we go. Hello, Traylin. Welcome. We've had some really bad losses with this team, though, I do have to say. Normally it goes pretty smooth, but the ones that it has lost so hard. Though that one was completely my fault, though, on that particular battle. We'll go take the brown there. I think the problem it really has is slow start. Because we have no empowered on the team. Almost all quick PvP teams need empowered these days. Even if it's just a firebomb. That or a half mana start, either or. Not having either just seems so slow. Compared to not using the half start or empowered. Because technically one with empowered like firebomb technically already is a half start because of how much mana you get onto the other troops. So let me just go for this kill before he does some kind of weird summon. So we'll do that. Kill the other one out. The only chance he has to even remotely win is if he ends up getting a Devour on us. Off his weapon. Which is pretty unlikely, but still possible. Okay, let's go and clear out the board. Go use a Goblin on it again. Still need to chip it down just a little bit lower. And that's definitely far enough. And dead. Let's see. You're a level 1130 VIP 6 to all one advice. Never spend your real money on this game. Well, it really depends. I would say Definite Armor is worth it, but other than that, not too many other ones. Because you do end up saving quite a bit of time. As far as VIP 6, you don't really ever need to go that far. VIP 3 is really all you would really ever need to do, which is $40. Just for that, just for free scouting, just because in the long run it's pretty helpful. But VIP 5, I believe it's 130 if I'm not mistaken. That is quite a bit of money. It definitely is a lot to spend. And normally on an average game, I would never even spend that much. Only thing that really unlocks you that is particularly noteworthy is just the VIP keys. But there seems to be adding ways to actually get VIP keys now without actually needing VIP. Like, for example, they give 2 this month if you played 25 days throughout the month. You get 2 free VIP keys. So we're at least starting to add ways of getting them now without actually having VIP, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, VIP 6, you really don't ever need to go over VIP 5, and even VIP 5 you don't really ever even need. The only reason I personally have VIP 6 is just because, well, this is how much money I happen to have spent. But, yeah, I wouldn't really go beyond 3 or 5. Unless you really have a lot of money to spend. Have I tried using Ubastet in a full Divine team? You haven't watched yesterday's stream? Yes, we did. We even showed it in the teams video. But yeah, I'll go show it again. I've mainly been using this team, obviously, but we'll go show the other one too. Well, we'll go take the red. Oh, wait, why did I not take the other one? But it still goes down. Go for the Gorgoltha then. And then just go into the kill. Oh, thanks for that, Dizzy. Did I miss anything else in chat? Maybe Ulamagrim with third trait spam can counter. The other one that was actually mentioned, which is pretty funny, though I haven't personally tried using it yet, though literally everyone has access to it. Using a Leshy to counter out Ubastet is surprisingly effective. I don't think it would counter out double Ubastet properly. We'd have to see. But, yeah, let's actually do that the next double Ubastet we see. Use a Leshy on your team. Leshy ends up destroying all green, but the most relevant part about it is it entangles everything. Literally everything, unless it has immune, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they give Leshy immune to entangle. Really wish he didn't have it. It's one of those traits where it's actually a bad trait, not a good trait. Because generally when you're using a Leshy, you want things to be entangled, including yourself. Which kind of goes against the whole ability. It just seems kind of weird. But anyways, Leshy is a pretty decent way to counter it out, because you reduce almost everything's attack down to 0, which makes its boost ratio almost non-existent. But I still feel like the best counter is Double Dwarven Gate or a Dragonian Monk. They're the quickest things that you can kind of get going that would end up doing it. Because it's just as quick. Like, a Dwarven Gate is just as quick as a Leshy. You'd be able to get both of them up in the exact same amount of time. Yeah, glad I could help, Drizzy. If anyone else still has any other questions or anything, let me know. We'll still be around for about another 45 minutes or so. If you guys wanted to go over anything, or if I missed any questions I may not have seen, do feel free to keep spamming it, even if I keep missing it, I'm sorry. I do sometimes mischat some. I'm not deliberately ignoring anyone, it just sometimes happens. We'll go and, what do we need here? We'll go and, I guess, get Queen Mab down, because I hate Queen Mab. We'll go and... No, Queen Mab is actually a lot of fun. At one point, she was my favorite troop in the game. Still would be if she didn't get nerfed like 5 times over. No, actually, she was only ever nerfed twice. Nerfed from a 10... only needing 10 blues to 13 blues. And then she was nerfed in that mana burn immunity was added to the game in various ways. At one point, there was no such thing as mana burn immunity. Oops, we were frozen on yellow, aren't we? I forgot he uses yellow. Of course, now he unfreezes the second that we get that done. I may actually go for Gorgoltha here, just because he's going to cleanse it. I mean, he's going to drain it anyways. So we'll go back into Gorgoltha again. That should be the mana we need. And then we just go right into the poke. So we do this right into the Azure. And should be able to get the double kill. And that's match, if it lets me do my turn. Let's see. Even though the game jinxes you. Well, even if it's hard to fix your account, then could at least give you some resources to craft some mythics. Wait, you get every mythic when they get released at this point, without having VIP. You don't think if you're lucky, but your account definitely has some issues. Wait, what? I don't understand what you mean by that. But yeah, it's definitely possible to get every single mythic, or be at a point within the game where you have literally all pieces of content without spending money on it. If that's what we were mentioning. It takes so long to actually reach that point, but it is possible. It takes about 1 to 2 years. And they, of course, keep adding more and more to the game. Which, of course, kind of keeps making it take longer. But there are people that have spent 0 on this game that their account looks exactly like mine. Though most of them have been playing for about 1.5 years or so, or even longer. Wow. I forgot, we're just up against a Ubastet. Oops, we're up against the Firebomb version, aren't we? This is Demon or Angel. How much you want to make a bet? I keep not paying attention and then get completely trolled by this team. Not to mention, it actually specifically targets my best 2 troops. Because troops that have higher damage generally have lower durability. And yeah, I just killed it out so quickly. I didn't even get to use my other team to go test against this. I need to go refight Demon or Angel right after this battle and go use the other team to see if it would work. Is he still here? His team got me twice in a row. Yeah, he has enough damage to kill. It's over. Rip. Okay, let me go face them in a normal battle using the proper team. So, battle log, that's not him. Never mind, that's not even him, but someone else using the exact same team. What guild is this from? Oh, someone got the exact same idea as Demon or Angel. Literally the exact same team. It's not him, but we'll still go test against him. Or against her. Do I still have it set up? Yes, I do. So let's go do Double Dwarven Gate Valkyrie Tesla against this and see if it makes much of a difference. So this is a pretty bad starting board, so this is pretty much what the average would probably be like. So if we can out-race him here, we should be okay. So there goes all of its mana, but now we get our barriers up. It has its full mana, but it has to wait a turn since it most likely wouldn't extra turn off a fire bomb. It is possible, though very unlikely. That barrier is everything except that, and all it does is hit barriers, and then we just Valkyrie into everything else, and we should be good from here. So yeah, this definitely does help using barrier, that is for sure. That awkward moment when a common counters a mythic. When mythics don't even... When legends and mythics don't counter a mythic, yet a common does. Good job. Yeah, seriously, I think the two best counters for it are both low rarity. The common of Dwarven Gate and the ultra rare of Draconian Monk, I feel like would be the two strongest counters to this thing. Because it would prevent you from ever being able to be instant killed. As long as the two things he hits are barriered, he will never be able to instant kill you. Do we go for this? Why not? Sure, we'll go for a skull. Get a little bit of poke in there. Does a bunch of skulls itself as well. Doesn't really make much difference though. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, we already have enough Tesla kill it. Yeah, that's how you beat it. Just use Double Dwarven Gate, and you're pretty much good to go. Wait, did this give me no reward? Oh, duh, because I just fought it again. I was gonna say. Was wondering why I did nothing. But yeah, it's because we refought it. But yeah, that's all you have to do. Just use Dwarven Gates against it. And you win. Ideally with a Tesla, but it could be literally any troop there. Preferably a blue. But yeah, that wasn't you, Demon or Angel. It's someone copying you. Apparently, it seems to be pretty popular. There's a completely different guild as well, so... what do we take? I don't have a drop for that, so let's go take a, brown. Oh, the whole thing about being lucky or not? Yeah, you could definitely get very, very excessively unlucky when it comes to keys. It's probably one of the biggest downsides of this game, as well as many games in general, with like loot boxes and stuff like that, which are so annoying. Every game that ever implements that in one way or another. And technically Gems of War has it. It's the whole key system, of course. But, yeah, Soulforge is the only consistent way of doing it. And the resources to use the Soulforge, particularly crafting legends and mythics, particularly in mythics, you can only get through dungeons, mostly. And that's a very limited resource that you basically have to do on a daily basis. Which is a little bit annoying that that's like the only way. And there's no real way to grind them. Even if you were to do treasure gnomes during an event, it's only about 2 to 3 diamonds per hour on average. Which is obviously very low. So that's not really going to get you too far too quick. So really the only way you could really do it is dungeons. Oops, me getting that kill is actually a bad thing. Now that I got the kill, I can't kill him because we can't get the instant kill off his ability. So we'll just have to do that and throw it at him, and there we go. Yeah, there definitely are a lot of people that got their first mythic at level 1000 plus. There's also people that have gotten their first mythic at under level 50. I think the lowest level ever was level 6, if I'm not mistaken. I forget if we have ever found someone who got it at level 1. Though, of course, with some of them, we don't know for sure if they were legitimate accounts. But if I'm not mistaken, level 6, I believe, was the lowest level that a mythic has ever been received on. It was either 1 or 6. Obviously, if it was level 1, you can't get any lower than that. But pretty sure it was 6. As far as the one that we can confirm was legitimate. But so far, actually, I've made 3 Let's Play accounts that we've ended up doing in the past. All 3 of them have gotten a mythic before level 100. So I must just get lucky then. I don't know what's up with it. And if you're referring to just your account kind of being like that, I don't know. Every account I've ever made has kind of gotten that slight luck to it. You got yours at level 3? Oh, wow. Very nice. Unfortunately, that's not too useful of a mythic, but still. anything at that low of level range that is mythic tends to be useful. Even if it's like one of the not so good mythics, just because they're so much stronger than the other stuff that you would have at the level range. But yeah, Soulforge, even if you don't spend any of the 50 gem packs, if you do dungeons every day, I believe it's 1 mythic every 3 months, if I'm not mistaken. So that means every year you would at minimum get 4 mythics. And you could just use those to focus the best 4 in the game every time. Whatever the meta is, just keep crafting those, of course. Like right now, that'd be things like Infernus, Elmagrim, Fair Shra. I guess technically the most recent mythic too, if it comes around. Trying to think of some other ones. There are a few other good ones. I don't know which ones would really be like the very, very first ones though. It's mainly just the 2 most noteworthy ones that always come to mind are Infernus, Infernus and Fair Shra. Everyone beyond that is kind of questionable based on your own preference. Oh, that wasn't enough damage. I should have threw the Goblin Rocket. I just kind of assumed that would be. Apparently not. How did that not die out? Okay, we'll go take it off with the skull. So we'll do that. Take the red up. And now that we know that's probably not enough damage, let's take a skull, because that's probably not going to be enough. And now we'll go for it. Oh, it's because we were entangled. That's why. I was wondering why it was so much lower. He entangled us. It doesn't make that big a difference, but still, that's like 5-6 damage. That's basically how much he survived with, was how much attack he had. Because 4-to-1 boost ratio, how much damage is that? That would have been 5, 6, 7. That would have been about 7 to 8 extra damage, which is exactly how much he lived with. I believe he had 7 during that instance. So yeah, that's what made him live. Yeah, Wardbreaker's pretty nice too. Infernus is definitely better than it, but assuming you already have an Infernus, Wardbreaker's pretty nice. Though Wardbreaker is used in Dragon teams too, whereas Infernus is not. It's one of the few instances where it really shines, particularly with a Glitter Claw into a Wardbreaker. Basically anything Wardbreaker, Glitter Claw is insanely good. One of the better combos in the game. Because you just keep looping between Wardbreaker and Fairy Fire. And you just get a few casts down and you just auto-win. And you can even use a Dragon Soul easily within the composition to gain free souls. Okay, that should be able to get hit by this. So we'll go for that, get the kill. And just explode everything. Go for it again. So we'll go for the poke. Get the explosion. And dead. And please cast. There we go. Gosh. Too bad they don't have a make the button bigger button. If they're not going to add hotkeys, at least have a gigantic location to click. Actually, I never actually noticed. Is the location to click the cast bigger on mobile? Or is it the exact same size? Because I could see me doing the exact same thing on mobile too, constantly misclicking that. That's not going to be an extra turn, so I'm not even going to bother for it. Oh wait, we're up against Goblin Rockets. I mean, why am I calling everything Goblin Rockets? We're up against Fire Bombs, so we actually don't even need to worry about that. It just kills itself out instantly, or pretty much instantly. Also, we'll probably give out the redeem code in the next few minutes. If we, well, yeah, even if we get a gnome, that would still basically be in the next few minutes. But, yeah, because I don't think we're going to be getting another gnome. We already found the one, or what's 2? I think it was only the 1. But we only found the 1 so far, and I don't foresee us getting another one in that time, so let's give it out. Actually, we might as well just give it out right after this battle. We'll go do that. Take the purple. He'll do his little thing. He actually completely misses with it, so it's perfectly fine. That's actually in kill range as well, but we don't have the mana for it. Wait, Gorgolfa in 3rd slot. Hold up. What? Fully traded Gorgolfa. I could see if he wasn't fully traded. But fully traded Gorgolfa in 3rd slot. That I have never, ever, ever seen before. That is literally the last location you'd ever want to put it. Well, I guess other than last slot. 1st slot's the only location you really use it in 99% of instances. There is a small percent where 2nd slot actually is viable for it. But never 3rd and definitely never 4th. But why? I'm confused. Anyways, what are we even casting? We're casting Goblin Rocket. I mean, we're casting Goblin. Let me go get rid of his Doomstorm just in case he feels like going crazy with it. So we'll do that. He's about to get his ability down. I don't have enough mana. We don't have enough blues. This probably isn't going to generate what we need. Okay, he does. Hey, he doesn't get a kill. At least not yet, anyways. We still have Goblin as well, but it's not really going to do anything here. I guess we'll just throw it on that, because that'll be our next order of business. So those two will live, which is intended. And now we'll just go into this into the final blow on him. So we'll go throw a poke. Actually, I don't want to overkill it. I'm still going to do it, though. Hopefully we won't hit a skull. Okay, of course we would. Well, plan B. Should have just done it on that in the first place. I have to go cast them one more time, and then we can do it. If I did the Goblin Rocket, I mean, if we did the Goblin there initially, we would have actually been able to take it out. Oh, and he revives, of course. You just can't let us have it, can you? But we'll go and Gorgolfa into... we'll take the reds for another Gorgolfa. Goblin Rock. I keep calling it Goblin Rocket! Take the skull. And it's dead. Let's see. Tacet abs. I have no abs. Actually, I'm trying to get rid of the slight stomach bulge I'm starting to get during the winter and everything because it's so cold around. I generally never get out to many walks. But definitely will be probably like right after the stream. Really nice day right now. But I think I went up to like 180. I was as low as like 130 about like 3 years ago. But at the end of college, followed up by just everything else afterwards, I just started gaining so much weight. Been trying to get it off. Let's see. You got 3 accounts? Oh, wow. Yeah, I've made about 5 of them, I think. 5 to 7. It depends how many you really count. Actually, if you count literally everyone, I think it's been almost a dozen. But only 4 of them I've really played on a decent amount. Though by a decent amount, the other 3... I guess technically aren't really that far. They're all like about level 100 or so, but that's mainly because I was deliberately keeping them relatively low level on purpose. Ancient Horror, useless meat shield. That's pretty much what Ancient Horror is. Really wish they would make it a little bit more viable. Out of every troop that they should ever give a increased damage based on missing HP, it should be Ancient Horror. If they gave that to it, Ancient Horror would instantly become not a useless meat shield. It would actually have some purpose within the game. Because it would fit thematically, too. Ancient Horror is supposed to clean up troops after they've already been damaged some. So why not just make it a increase based on its missing HP? If they did that, it would instantly become viable. It probably still wouldn't be used on a team, but at least everything with Demonic Pack wouldn't seem useless. Because right now, all it is, the only purpose that it serves is to shield you 2 to 3 attacks. That's all it does. 2 to 3 skulls. Or 1 skull spam. That's the only thing that Ancient Horror does. But if they actually buffed it some to damage based on missing HP, since it would be summoned after it would already be killed, there's a high possibility there would already be damage on the enemy. So it would work out nicely. But I hope they do that eventually. There's a lot of old troops. Ancient Horror was one of the ones that came in when the game first started. They have actually buffed him some. He didn't even used to do that random stat gain. Back when he first launched, all he did was damage to a single target, and that's it. He was basically just like a non-extra turn goblin in a way that did slightly more damage or something. But then they eventually added the little bit of extra stats, but still, that's all they did. They didn't do anything else. And he's still very useless. Among many other troops, of course. It's not just him. It's just he's a little bit more relevant because even though he's only 1 troop, he exists on like a dozen troops. If we go type in Ancient Horror, I believe about a dozen come up because of everything that can summon him. So it's pretty relevant to actually go and buff him. But yeah, there's, wow, there's a lot. There is, well, let's see, how many of them are actually just have Ancient in their name, but actually aren't him? So let me see, there's one, actually, you know what, Ancient Pact, or Demonic Pact. How do you spell that? Demonic Pact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, why am I counting? 10. There's 10 of them. So there are 11 instances where Ancient Horror is used. One is, well, obviously putting it in your team. And then 10 of them that specifically have the capability of summoning it when they die at a 25% chance. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, he actually even used to summon it. No, never mind, he summoned Ghoul. Wasn't there something that specifically summons it? I always thought there was. No, never mind. But all of them have it at a 25% chance based on their trait. So that's 10 of them. And 11 if you count, of course, the horror itself. And, yeah, whenever it happens, it's like, oh, just a meat shield. It's not really that relevant. But it would be a really nice buff to, well, all these troops, obviously, if it happened. though the most noteworthy ones would be Gorgoltha, Summoner, Silent One, and probably Corrupt Sorceress. Very occasionally Succubus and Dokafur also gets used. But these are the main two, and mainly just Gorgoltha. It mainly just be a buff to Gorgoltha, which in a way, technically he doesn't really need. But there could definitely be an argument for if they do nerf explosions down to like 50% mana accumulation instead of 70%, that they could actually finally buff Demonic Pack. Because that would be, obviously Gorgoltha would actually take one of the hugest hits on that, as he's one of the most popular exploding options in the game, or among one of them. Let's see. You saw it 4th slot in Dungeons? Yes, I believe the Evolved Gorgoltha has it in 4th slot. But that's because it covers every color, if I'm not mistaken. So if you put a troop, generally anytime you put a 6-color troop into your team, you put it in last slot. It's just better back there. Though there are a lot of very weird dungeon compositions that they've created. Oh, my bad. Did I not give out the redeem code? I just said that earlier. Whoops. Let me go do that right now. My bad, everyone. Let me go do that. 1 second. Let me go get that out. I mentioned that and then didn't even give it out. Okay, we'll go put that there. Go copy all this. Copy, save it. Go put this into the little stream thingy. Put that all the way to the side. Copy that. Paste it there. Put that there. This one's a pretty random one. Oh no, it's Banhammers. I barely could even read that because of how the middle text is of it. But yeah, Banhammers is the code. And there we go. Okay. So we'll go copy that. Oops. Nope, don't copy that one. I need to copy into chat first. Also, thank you, Matthias, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. So let me go put this into the redeem code section so we can go use this. Put that right there. Boom. Banhammer. Actually, that's plural with the hammers. Using a Z instead of an S. And there we go. Yeah, Salty makes all the codes. She makes some weird ones sometimes. So that one's actually kind of cool. Anyways, use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. And, Tacet Bay. She has made that code before, I believe. Though it's probably not active at the moment. But anyways, there's the code. Just copy paste that. Put it into gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section to go use it. It only works on PC, mobile, and Amazon version of the game. It does not work on PS4 and it does not work on Xbox One. Your invite code can be found underneath the invite code section right there, as you can see, underneath the options. Underneath settings. It's a little cog button, either in the game itself or under the main menu. Whatever your game says there is what you put in. Make sure it's in cap lock, as well as if it has an underscore and other stuff. Make sure to put that in as well. Other than that, redeem code is below where it says redeem code, or as well as the one in chat. And it gives them the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And let's just go claim the gem key real quick. And hey, something that's not useless, except it actually is, because I don't need more copies of it. But yeah, we get a legend off it, but still, I don't actually need a selfie anymore. We already have a mythic, so that is useless to me. And I'm never disenchanting them either, so it's like the exact same as me getting an ultra rare, essentially. But oh well, another copy. Alright, we'll go take a purple down. That's the only bad thing about having an extremely late game account. Legends are not exciting at all. Or, no, I shouldn't say not all legends, but generally most legends aren't exciting at all. Like, if you get a copy of a legend you already have to Mythic, it's like, oh, legend. It's like everything else. The only thing that's really exciting these days on this late of account is basically orbs and mythics. That's about it. And pets, I guess, too. But pets, give it about another month or two, and pets won't even be that exciting either, because everyone in late game will already have every pet mythics by that point, most likely. I don't think any person currently has every pet mythics. It is possible, though they would have to have thrown a lot of gems at it. But I don't think anyone has bothered doing that yet. There's probably people who are close, but no one, I don't believe, has reached that point yet. And I believe anyone who's even close right now at least spent some amount of gems. That, or they've caught in like every single pet that they've ever had on their guild. I don't check the game anywhere near enough to have that many. As you can tell, I think we have at like epic rarity. We don't even have everything at even remotely at epic rarity yet. We're at this far with them. Technically, quite a few of these are epic rarity, even though they don't show it. But that's just because we haven't upgraded them. But yeah, I think we're still, at the current rate I'm going, about 2 months away from mythicking every pet, I believe. Though that does mean it only takes about 3 to 5 months to mythic every pet, like 3 to 6. Of course, this could change as more and more pets come into the game, obviously. So it is going to become harder over time. But for a late game player that plays a few hours each day, it only takes about 2 to 3 months to max every pet, approximately. Actually, probably more towards 3. They've been out for what, a month now? Yeah, a little over a month. So yeah, probably 3 months then to max out every pet is how long it takes. Though that could take up to 6 depending on your guild and other factors. Maybe even a little bit longer than that. Of course, it depends a lot on how often your guild's getting pets. Like right now, I currently don't have a pet active because my guild hasn't found one, nor have we found one today. We found one the other day, but haven't found one today. Actually, we found one last night, right before we ended our stream. Someone in our guild found one, and then we found one right immediately after. And we held it right until then. Okay, we'll go take a yellow. Grab that. Yeah, no problem, Matthews and everyone else. You think that it spouts to say ban haters? Is it? Ban haters? Ban hammers? Ban haters? Oh, it might say ban haters. Oh, you're right. It might say ban haters. Don't ban the haters. Let's see. We'll go and take the yellow. Go for the Gurgulfa. And go from there. And we'll just go do that. Go for the double kill. And should be good as long as it doesn't kill that. Perfect. Get the other poke in there. And we'll be good to go. All I have to do is do the Gurgulfa. And dead. You've saved all of your gems for the mini mimic. You'll want to get the mythic pet achievement. I still haven't bothered getting that yet either. That's actually the only achievement I currently don't have in the game. I was just going to get it naturally. But yeah, we haven't bothered doing it yet. Let's see. It's the only one left. 45 out of 46. I believe you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can see that. But yeah, 45 out of 46. We're only missing the get a pet to mythic one, which I believe is one of the most unobtained other than, I believe it's the second most unobtained other than, of course, Craft Xenos, which almost no one has done. Nope, it's literally the most unobtained currently, though that probably will change in, give it about a month or two. Xenos will probably remain the most unobtained, but yeah, that's actually only 0.1%. I guess that makes sense, because to do it naturally without spending gems would take upwards of 3 months, as I mentioned. Maybe even more towards 4, 5, or 6, depending on where you are within the game. And if you're playing more casually, it could take even like 9 months to a year, possibly, to get your first pet mythic. Though by then, you'd pretty much get every pet to mythic simultaneously at that point. But yeah, not spending gems would take quite a while, that is for sure. But of course, you could just gem it constantly and instantly get this achievement. So really, in a way, it's not that hard if you had infinite gems to throw at it. But most people aren't bothering to throw gems at pets, and if they are, they're only throwing it on a niche few like Mimic and stuff, or some of the better ones like the Peace Pigeon and the Lava Elemental thing, the Magma Pillar, and you know, the ones that actually have pretty good bonuses. Also, they did say that they might add visuals to pets. That'd be kind of cool. Though they did deny that our pets could have pets. Though they have made jokes that they might consider it. But I believe the only one that they were like legitimately talking about was actual like cosmetics for your pets, like having variants of them. I'm pretty sure they're not going to make our pets have pets. Though that would be hilarious if they did. I don't think I've ever seen a game where pets have pets. Pretty sure it's been implemented before, but it just seems odd. Anyways, we'll go and we'll take a blue, I guess. Are you still planning to stream Darkest Dungeon? Yes, I am still going to be doing Darkest Dungeon. When? I do not know. I will be at least playing it some behind the scenes soon, just to kind of get back into the feel of it. If I'll be streaming that, not quite sure. But when they do their next major update thingy, I will definitely be coming back again. And I believe that's in 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, we will be streaming Darkest Dungeon again soon. Under what schedule and how often and all that, not fully certain on that, but we will be getting back into it. Pretty casually, though. Just kind of messing around, having fun with it. It's a really good roguelike. I'll go take the brown over. We might actually lose this battle. We just lost this battle. I was wondering why we had so many few things to even show. It's because we lost. I'm so used to like every single time leaving before the battle actually ends. Because it just saves time that way. Because the reward's always so bad when you just plain out lose the battle. It's a game that frustrates you, but you love watching other people play it. I never get frustrated. Never get too... Well, actually, I shouldn't say frustrated, but I never really get mad at anything. Or anyone. For anything. It's just something that doesn't happen. Let's see. We'll go take yellows. Grab that. Throw Gorgolta down. Sure, we'll go for that. And yeah, that's the kill. Go for it. Get the double kill. Get that down. Throw all the blues. Why would you do double attack reduction? Out of every single stat you can hit, you hit the two that I need you not doing simultaneously. Oh well, that's what the goblin is for. Oh no! I forgot we can't hit it. Fail. I guess I have to take the skull. Luckily it's automatic extra turn. That would have been an even bigger fail if that wasn't. But all we have to do now is cast this at it, and we'll be good to go. And down it goes. Oh, wait, that wasn't even enough damage? Whoa, okay. Well, I guess we'll kill it out normally at this point. Let's do this into like a HP reduction or something. And I guess we'll throw this at it. At this point, we can just go and hit it with... Oh, never mind. I was going to say we could hit it with Gorgolfa, but there's not enough damage now. Also, thank you for your subscribe, Charlie. Much appreciated. If anyone just getting here, make sure to use the redeem code below. We did just post it recently. Should still be active. Probably will be for most rest of the stream. You wouldn't save any gems to get a Mimic. You'll get him if you got a decent guild eventually. Well, I think people meant that as in getting it to a higher rarity to get the extra few percent. Is it really worth it to get the extra few percent for how many gems it costs? Probably not. To the average player, I probably would say it's not worth getting the any pet upgraded via gems. But to people that have thousands upon thousands of gems kind of just stockpiled, particularly if you have over 10,000, I would say that getting some of the better bonus pets, or at least whichever ones you perceive to be as better bonus pets, would be worth getting. So generally that would be things like Mimic, possibly Moon if you haven't done your soul grind yet. Things like the Magma Pillar, the Peace Pigeon, and any other team bonus related ones that you think you might need. And those may be worth it to some people. Personally, to me, it was only the Mimic that I went for. And as far as the return on investment for how many gems you put into it, it's not really like the greatest. But I don't know. I still liked doing it. But to the average player, I would say, yeah, definitely avoid ever spending gems on pets. It is pretty much a waste. But if you have a really high amount of gems, you could justify doing it, for sure. Okay, we'll go and... actually, we already have the kill. I don't even need to do anything. And down it goes. Let's see. Yeah, but not even you spend the gems. No, I spent the gems on it. We spent... I did it off stream, if I'm not mistaken. But we spent about... Because I obviously, with a mini Mimic, I couldn't just, like, start streaming. It's like, hey, we found a mini Mimic. Let me start streaming. We spending gems on it. But, no, we spent about 1,000 gems, if I'm not mistaken, on mini Mimic. And we were able to get him to Legendary pretty much the second we first found him. But you can see he's not much further than something that we haven't gotten a single one on, oddly enough. Moon I haven't spent a single gem on, and it's only 5 copies behind the mini Mimic, which I spent about 1,000 gems on. But this did allow us to have 4% bonus for a few weeks before we really had. Otherwise, right now, our mini Mimic would only be at about a 2% bonus or a 3% bonus, which would have really saved us that much gold. Depends how much PvP you play. For people that do play a lot of PvP, it probably is worth a few extra percent. But if you're not playing at least a few hours a day, no, it definitely is not worth at all throwing it into mini Mimic. And same as Moon. It would only be worth throwing into Moon if you're planning on farming souls for upwards of about 30 hours or more. And if you're not, then it's not worth it. We'll go move that over. Throw the other one over. And by farming souls, I mean like legitimately just sitting in explorer challenges and it just constantly doing the battle over and over again just to farm your souls, because that's the quickest rate to get them. Particularly challenges over and over again is the quickest rate. Oh, we'll go get the Gorgulfa there. Get the last little bit of our mana, get the poke, throw that right at the thing right there. Get our clear that we need, and that should be the kill. Why do I feel like that's ever so slightly short on damage? Well, regardless of how I feel about it, I gotta throw it because, yeah. Oh, no! You've gotta be kidding me. 1 damage! Oh, well. Well, what are you doing, Famine? Seriously, what's with Famine today? He has just been destroying us today. We didn't lose this battle, obviously, but still. He's been very particularly annoying today. Okay, there we go. Of course, it doesn't make that big a deal, but still. Every 50 fights, you effectively getting a free fight. Yep, pretty much. Okay, we'll go take the yellow down. And the same way basically applies to the Moon as well. Depending on how much extra percent you end up getting on it. And looking at it that way is basically a better way of looking at it on if it's worth it or not. Okay, we'll go and... what do we even take here? Go take the red, I guess. Also, they did say that they were planning on adding more of the resource pets too, which would be kind of cool if they do end up doing that in the future. So basically like another pet that would give 5% gold bonus and another pet that would give 5% soul bonus, so on and so forth. There might even be like multiple of them. Eventually. So go throw that there, get the other one down. And just go for the kill, get that down. Go for even more explosions. Just need a nice little poke on him and then go for the double kill. 1 mini mimic is maxed. It's effectively a free fight every 20 fights. Well, it's slightly less than that. You can't take the exact percent and count it as its amount of battles, because the main reason for that is even though it's 5% bonus, it's additive, not multiplicit. It's not adding to the whole extra after the fact. It's only adding on top of the base value. So, for example, let's say you currently have 200% bonus gold. That 5% would be just added to that, to 200 or 5%. It would not apply after the fact. So really, it's not necessarily 1 in every 20 battles. It comes down to more so less than that. I think like 1 in 35 or something like that. It depends exactly what your bonus is, but it's not exactly 1 in 20 battles as free battle of gold. Which actually, if I'm not mistaken, is almost double that, really. I believe a mini mimic maxed out is 1 in 45 battles is how many it's giving you in extra gold. Because let's take our gold bonus right now. Our gold bonus is 150%. So, okay, never mind. It's a bit lower than I thought it was, because I forgot it doesn't get that other 50%. So it's 150%. That means it is 35. Oh, wow, I actually guessed it correctly earlier. I guess I did the math earlier, and I somehow passively remembered it. But yeah, 35 battles is how many battles you would have to do with a 5% mimic to be able to get 1 battle's worth if you have a 150% bonus. But yeah, it'd be 35 battles, or 30 if you only had a 100% bonus. But yeah, 35 battles is how many battles you would have to do in order to get the mimic to equal that much, right? Yes, 35. So yeah, 35. And of course, it would be even less if it was less than 5%. Though that math would be a lot harder to do for 4% or any of the lower ones, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. But 35% if it's 5% is how much it would save you. So basically every 35 PvP battles, it's giving you 1 free PvP battle of gold. We'll go through that in there. Get that down. Get our Gorgulfa. Oh, yeah, I guess you have to count the base value as well. So it might be even lower than that. Putting it that way makes it seem even worse. I will go through that in there. Hey, we get the double kill because of the thing. I wonder if they're going to fix that. I still haven't heard confirmation yet if that's a glitch or a feature. They're probably going to say it's a feature and then fix it next patch. We want to make a bet. We want to make a bet right now. That or they're going to say nothing and then fix it next patch. Or they're going to say nothing and then not fix it. Any of those three will happen. Then again, that's almost every option that could happen, so I almost covered every base. Do you have a mail related to Gems of War? The one on my page would probably work. gws4it@gmail.com. It's on my page as well. If you go under my YouTube and go under the About page and you click the email thing there, it'll show that email. But yeah, if you need to contact me about anything, you can do it there. So yeah, generally for Gems of War related things, I do try keeping it either just within videos and stuff like that, as well as the Gems of War forum. But yeah, feel free to contact me through email if you'd prefer doing email. That'd be the one you'd contact me with. Alright, we'll go throw a Gorgotha now. Yeah, it's on the About page. I know almost no one checks people's YouTube's About page, but it also has the stream schedule, which I don't even know if it's up to date. I believe it is. As well as a few other tidbits of information and stuff. Okay, go get the double kill. Get a Gorgotha down. Yeah, if it would cast. And move that. Throw that. Need one more poke so it's enough damage. And we'll be able to do it off of that. So we'll cast that. Kill. Dead. Which team would you consider being the strongest right now? Absolute strongest would probably have to be 4 times Divine. Specifically, what 4 times Divine combo really depends on... how does he only have 3 troops? The specific 4 times combo really just depends on what you have and what you feel like... Whatever you feel like using, pretty much. Because there are a few Divine teams that are essentially exactly the same. They're just different troop compositions. But I'd probably say the new troop, actually, is pretty good in that. Other than that, it would probably be the Diviner version of it. But, yeah, I'll go show it in a second. But the new one with the new Mythic is actually pretty far up there. The new Mythic with the 4 times Divine. I was showing it some earlier. I haven't really been using it this much this stream. I would probably say it's better, or decently better than what we're using right now. Though I personally find the one we're using right now to be more fun. Because of how much more control it gives you with the Goblin. But the other one is technically stronger. We'll go for that. Get the kills down. Perfectly right on the 2 that we actually needed to kill because they both had mana. And all we have to do now is just get full mana and that'll be match. So we'll do that and then just throw both of them at it. And that should be enough damage. Sure hope so. Take that, take that. But yeah, one of the strongest teams in the game would be also the Doomskull spam, of course. So it would be... also, we're doing the best teams video eventually soon, too. But it's... this Doomskull team is personally my absolute favorite, if I had to say strongest. Gorgotha, Glaceon, Apothecary, King, Bloodhammer. Of course, with just the Doomskull spam over and over and over again. Though the other one is any variant of 4 times Divine. And one of them that you could do actually with the new Ubastet is Mercy, Infernus, Ubastet, Divine, Ishpala. The other option is Mercy, Diviner, Infernus, Divine, Ishpala. Some people run it with Ketris as well. Some people run it with, I believe, even Firebomb in a way. But there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of run it. All of which are valid and work pretty much similar speed. And this, of course, is just the one I've been messing with as of recently just because new Mythic. But normally I would use the Diviner version. I believe the Diviner version is slightly slower than the Ketris version. But I just don't really care for the Ketris version as much. It's pretty much the exact same team, if I'm not mistaken, just with this replaced with Ketris. Well, we'll do this. Throw the instant kill if we have it, and we do. This didn't kill remotely what I thought it would. I thought that would definitely be one of them. Apparently not. I didn't even realize they were that low durability back there. We'll go do that. Take the red. Throw a Mercy again. Get an Infernus in there. I was hoping we'd pop a Skull so we could hit down there, but apparently not. We'll go for the double kill. Even if it revives, we would have still killed it because of the glitch / feature that it instantly kills randomly off of. But didn't even need it, and down it goes. Yeah, that's one of the strongest teams in the game right now. And basically any variant of this team. Oh, that's the team I was referring to. Of course, he would use it immediately. This was the exact team I was referring to. Mercy and Furnace, Ketris the Bull, and Divine Ishbala. Most people consider that the quickest team in the game as well at the moment. Or among one of them. I don't really care for this one as much, though. Even though it's almost exactly what I'm using right now. I don't know, I just don't find it to be as fun. Personally. We'll go move that over. Could also be that I just don't normally care for using Ketris, just in general. Very rarely will I bring it out, even though it is a pretty decent troop. I do have to say that, I don't know, it's actually really similar to the most recent one, this guy. They're just used for different purposes. The big thing holding this guy back is he's boost ratioed based on his own stats. So if he starts taking damage, he loses a lot of value. So he's horrible at coming back from comebacks. He doesn't really do comebacks. So that's the big thing holding him back. Whereas troops like this, as well as many other troops, can come back from being torn down. This one's still slightly less as well, but things like Infernus and things like if we did the Diviner version of this team, they don't really care if you end up getting hit a lot because you could easily come back just off of Infernus loop. Whereas this thing loses all of its stats. If it casts right now, it's hitting us for like 24 damage and then like split half of that, which is nothing. Actually, I'm going to let him hit us just for fun. You can see he does almost nothing. Hit 42 into 221s. Wait, how do you hit 42? Oh yeah, he still gets a boost ratio off his attack. That's why. But yeah, you can see it's still relatively low because it's it doesn't have all the extra boost ratio off his other stats. Normally that'd be an instant kill into 2 half kills is what he would normally do if he had all of his stats. But without him, he does nothing. It's also why you should never really use him in Guild Wars either. He's really horrible at making a comeback. It's also why you don't ever see me using Guard's Avatar in Guild Wars. I'll occasionally use it into PvP, because there's some instances like with stun and stuff where it's kind of useful. But you'll never see me use it in Guild Wars almost ever, just because if it loses the advantage, you auto lose the battle. Okay, do we have any alignment here that's worth going for? Yes, Mercy. So throw the Mercy down. And we don't have it, but I'm still going for it. So we'll go for all that mana. Get the extra turn off the Cascade. And I believe that's match. We'll take a Skull. Take a Skull. And it's way overkill. I will just throw Infernus at him. But yeah, that's one of the quickest teams in the game. And basically every variant of this team. Basically, with all the Divines they keep adding to Mythics, essentially every team that uses Mercy, anything Divine Ishbala is the strongest team in the game. Or any basic composition around it. Mercy is just such an amazing mana start, being able to get you all the yellow you ever need. Plus it's basically every Divine in the game uses yellow. Not all of them, obviously, but a good majority of Divines use yellow in some way, shape, or form. I believe about 80% or so. So it ends up working out pretty well. Divine Ishbala gives half mana to everything else. So things like these Mythics, which have a gigantic mana pool, they already start with half. Like in this case, both of them are starting with 11, which is kind of cool. And it just works out really nice. You can even see he's using it just with a Gorgultha tank. And actually, he's using the same team as us, just with Gorgultha up front. It's kind of funny. I guess that does work slightly better on defend, I guess. But we'll check for Mercy. Don't have it. Take manas. Check for Mercy again. And just take moves from there. Which team would you... Oh, never mind. I already just answered that. You spend... So sad you spent so many keys trying to get this guy and failed. Yeah, it does happen sometimes. Feels really disappointing when it happens. Actually, I wouldn't actually know. Unfortunately, I know what it feels like on my other account. I actually don't know what it feels like on my main account. So far, every single mythic that has ever been introduced to the game, I have gotten on day 1 of release. Since the very first mythic that was ever added. Mainly because mythics didn't come into the game until about 1.5 years after launch. And by that time, I already had enough stuff on my account that I was secured enough that I already had so many resources compiled that every mythic that ever came, we just instantly got them. Actually, at the time, I had so many spare resources that I was going and getting like 2-3 copies of every mythic pretty much. Just because we could. Because we had that many resources. That was back when gems were just running rampant throughout the game, though. Like, free gems everywhere. Of course, there aren't as many in the game these days. But still, every single mythic that has ever come in, we have managed the first day so far. We'll eventually reach the point, most likely, where we won't be able to do that. But so far, we've been able to. Of course, on my Let's Play accounts, very, very few of them have ever done that, though. I've opened tons of keys before and then just gotten 0 mythics on them. It does feel pretty bad, but I don't know what it feels like to happen to my main account. So far, every single time something's come out, we've been able to use it immediately. Should Ishbala be further up in the team? Yes and no. Actually, most people do use it further up. The main reason I use it further back is just for quicker Infernus. I just prefer doing Infernus before I cast Divine Ishbala. It's just my personal preference. Just in case she doesn't have alignment. Because Infernus is board clear. And you could just use the excess mana to go into her instead. But yeah, you could use it the other way around. Just depends on which way you prefer using it. Oops, that is not what I meant to cast. I meant to cast his ability. Fail. That is not the right one. We'll go grab that. Get a Mercy down in there. And I guess we'll just Infernus, and that should be the kill. Oh, I should have taken that skull. Luckily, the explosion is enough to kill it off. And there we go. But if you use Ishbala further up, you can go and do yellow mana generation. I think I accidentally said red in the previous video I just did on the team's video. But yeah, I meant to say yellow. She converts red to skulls, the green to yellow. Which is even better because, as I mentioned, almost all divines have yellow in it. Actually, let me go count that up real quick. Let's go back to the divine page and see how many there are that actually do use yellow. We'll go through, we'll take that down. Throw in a furnace here. Oops, come on. Go through that. How did you not gain full mana? We don't even have a Mercy here. Oh, yes, we do. Right in the corner. Grab all that. Get almost all of our mana. 1 mana short on that. Unfortunate. It's going to be blocked again. We'll go for the double kill here. That should hit first 2. And even if it revived, it would have still killed because of the instant kill thing. And then we just have to throw one more Infernus, and that'll be that. Take the kill there. Oh no, it's going to revive. Okay, well, apparently we need more than 1 Infernus because that will not be enough damage now. I guess we just let our thing die out, our Mercy. She is kind of used as a meat shield, mostly for this team. And most teams she kind of is. Because very rarely do you have to keep her alive. The whole point of doing a Mercy in your team is cast her immediately once you have alignment, and then that's it. That's pretty much her whole role, is just to get a bunch of yellow immediately. And there's a new troop coming in next week that's kind of like a Mercy. It's not going to be as good as Mercy, but it follows the same theme. It has Empowered into a Convert into red, which is kind of cool. It won't be anywhere near as good as Mercy is. Not even close. But it's still in the same theme of Mercy. It has Empowered for the Convert. So maybe they'll finally do that for every color. I'm actually surprised they haven't done it to any other color other than yellow so far. Because yellow has been so amazingly good compared to any other color. Yellow and red. Red because there's so many red storm options. And yellow because there's so many divines that work into yellow spam. Okay, what was the thing I was going to show? Oh yeah, how many yellows are divine? So, I mean, how many divines are yellow? Reverse order. Means something completely different otherwise. Okay, so 1, 2, 3... Oh wait, I need to keep 2 counts. So let's count how many yellows, and then we could easily count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, I moved too quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 out of, so 24 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, so 24 out of 32, 37, so 24 out of 37, okay, so a little bit lower than what I thought. What does that percent come out to? 24 out of 37. 24... Wait, maths. Yeah, 24 out of 37. That comes out to 65%. Okay, let's just say 2/3, because more divines will be added in the future. So about 2/3 of all divines in the game are mythic. I mean, wouldn't that be insane? I mean, all... 2/3 of all divines in the game are yellow. So yeah, that's one of the reasons kind of contributing to that, for sure. Yeah, it's about 66%. Or it's a 65 point something. What color does next week's convert? It converts something to something. Something to red. It does blue to red? Brown to red? 1 second. Where'd it go? It converts all brown to red is what the next week troop does. And then poisons a random enemy. The poison being pretty relevant. It's also 12 mana cost just like her. It has empower just like her. It's going to be a lot weaker though. For one, it's a Naga, so that doesn't come into play much. There's almost no good Nagas out there. The other thing is it doesn't have other good traits. One thing that's nice about Divine, that's nice about... wow, I just forgot her name. How? We just been talking about her. One thing that's really nice about Mercy is she has the Bless trait into that other support trait, so she gives 2 HP to all Divines, which is nice, as well as that 2 to extra stats to all allies. Whereas this thing only gives 2 HP to all Nagas, which is useless, and Venomous, which means it does poison on skulls, which is also useless. The only relevant part about it is the empower that it has into the convert. So it's not really going to be that overused compared to Mercy, but it's still going to find its way into some red spam teams of some sort. Because generally, the main thing that red spam is missing is a green and blue troop, and this troop is both of those 2 colors. So instead of having to use Apothecary or something into one of those kind of teams and using a lot of browns, you can instead just use a red convert like him now, and you get that exact same roll. Instead of having to use Giant Spider or Apothecary, you can now just use a, what is his name? Taipan is his name. So you just have to use that instead. Where do you donate money? If you want to donate money, it is in the links below. If you go down a little bit, there's a little thing that says donate, and then it has a link thing. If you donate to that link, you can do it there. We also have a Patreon if you want to donate on a monthly basis, if you're interested in doing that. Either or is greatly appreciated. But yeah, they're both in the description for either of them that you want to do it. If you go down, it's about middle, I think. Right where underneath where it says like subscribe and a bunch of other things, like, share, all that kind of things. It shows the donate thing right in the middle of all that. But yeah, it's via PayPal. I think you can use credit card too, but PayPal generally works best. If anyone still has any other questions, let me know. We'll make sure to go over them. Should it... Oh, never mind, I already answered that one. What color does... Oh, I already answered that one as well. Let's see. There will be a red-yellow that transforms all green to blue. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Wait, I didn't even see that. How far down is that? I guess they're adding all of them then. Wait, I didn't actually see that one. Let me go Control, Find, Empowered, and I'll probably find it. Control, Find, Empower... Yes, red, yellow, in Blackhawk, July 2nd, transforms all green gems to blue, gain magic +1 gold. So that could have some potential with some things that are required that need gold as well, like Moneylender and stuff. But yeah, all green to blue. Interesting. It's kind of like an inverse Glitterclaw. Glitterclaw does all blue to green. And then you gain gold. It has Greedy, so it's going to be good for gold. It has Rogue Bond as well. That's not too useful though, but it has the Empowered for it, so yeah, it gets to do it on turn 1. I don't know, we'll have to see exactly team composition wise what either of those would be used for. But yeah, it does appear that they're going to be adding it slowly to every single color, so that's good. Because prior to that, basically, of course, Mercy's the only one, but now they're finally going to have about 6 different versions of them, so we're finally going to get some variety for them then. So that'd be kind of cool. Scurvy Sea Dog. Gonna need to get the pirate accent back out for them. What is your opinion, best trait in the game? Also, does defense team matter much? Defend team in PvP doesn't matter at all. Best team is 4 times firebombs because it's the weakest possible team. The reason why the weakest team is the best team is because revenge battles, you get more revenge battles from losing a bunch in PvP. And revenge gives you, for whatever reason, more reward than winning. So, yeah, losing as many defends as possible is the best thing you could do. Though you do still want to set good defend teams for when you're running in Guild Wars, because it matters for your points and stuff, to make sure they're all unique, as well as at least semi-decent, to make sure your enemy guild doesn't get too many points on you. But in PvP in particular, it doesn't matter what you set. As long as you set something weak, or literally anything, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, it's completely irrelevant in PvP specifically. As far as the best traits, as far as the best non-unique trait, it would have to be either Empowered or Stone Skin. Stone Skin's 50% reductions. Actually, no, non-unique is actually 65%. There's now a 65% reduction. So either the 65% reduction Skull trait, that reduces skulls by 65%. Currently, the only troop that has this is Glaceon. Though, even though it's exclusive only to Glaceon at the moment, it is set up as a trait that could be on any troop in the entire game. So there are troops that are going to have it other than Glaceon in the future. So he's not going to be the only one. Actually, I'm surprised they didn't give it to Ice Golem. because he's technically made of ice. Yeah, he has stone skin instead of the ice skin or whatever it's called. It's not called ice skin. I forget what it's called. But ice armor, whatever it is. But yeah, they're going to be giving it to other stuff in the future. And empowered. Empowered starts your mana to full immediately. And of course, if literally any troop can have this, that would be super OP. But of course, only select few have it. But many of those select few are still insanely good because they get to cast their ability immediately. And generally, Empowered is required to do some of the quickest teams in the entire game, just because they work function a lot quicker when they have it, and it just gets your team rolling way quicker than what you would normally be able to do without an Empowered troop. Same thing happens with half mana starts too. As far as ones that aren't unique, so things that are exclusive to Legends and Mythics, the best overall trait is hard to really say because they're all situationally different. As odd as it may be, I might actually really consider that to be Divine Ishbalas. Mainly because 50% start on all Divines is just too good at the moment. It's mainly because it's not necessarily overpowered in itself, but it's strong in that there are so many good Divines right now. And every single one of them can easily be built around Infernus, and which is arguably the best Mythic in the game at the moment as well. Not even because of his traits or anything like that, more so just because of how much sheer damage he does off his ability. Also, Doomstorm off of, what's his name's final trait as well is pretty strong at the moment. It's one of the strongest traits in the game. What's his name? Bloodhammer. That his final trait is also one of the strongest. Though the AI can also use it, the enemy. So technically it's not in a way, because the enemy gets the exact same benefit on its turn. But normally you would win before the enemy even gets a turn in most situations. So it doesn't even matter. Do you like Ubastet teams better than your Doomskull team? No, I still prefer using Doomskulls over this. And I probably will be, for the most part, switching back to Doomskulls starting next week. It's just, of course, whenever a new Mythic comes out, I always like to use it initially. I will still be using this team and other similar teams using Ubastets. But as far as my core team, I'm probably going to be using Doomskulls a lot more than a Ubastet team. But yeah, Ubastet is one of those rare instances of a Mythic where I probably will still keep using it in my team, even after the week. It just won't be my core team, I don't believe. I'll eventually get tired of using it. I think my biggest issue that I really have with it is it ends its turn every time it does its ability. Anything that ever does that, I'm always hesitant to use. It's not that these troops are inherently bad, it's just that they aren't really as good as some other options that can extra turn spam.
Don't ban haters. Devs are cheapskate sequels. All good now.
Thank you, Drizzy. But I would never actually really ban people for just hating on me. I don't really mind. I'm pretty tolerant of pretty much everyone. I wish they'd be more tolerant too to some things, but no, I normally never hate anyone for anything. Generally pretty good about that. And the only things we've ever banned on this channel have been bots, pretty much. Or people that constantly keep spamming their channel over and over and over again. Like the people who are deliberately doing it just to advertise their channel. Let's see. And even that I don't really mind if it was actual viewers. But normally it's just like that random person that comes in who's spamming literally every single chat. Just going into every live stream on YouTube and just spamming. Let's see. We'll go take the Mercy there. And that should be a match. Get that in there. Get the kill thing. And then we'll just go into the furnace and we'll be good to go. Does brown to red combine with Dragon Soul well? Yes, given the coloration, though it isn't a dragon, so maybe not completely. I think the biggest thing currently holding dragons back is not having a 50% mana start as well. If it got it the same thing, and it got basically a version of Mercy that could actually work good for it, it would be insanely good. I feel like Purple Convert would be a lot better for a Dragon Soul, though. If they ever added a troop that converted a color that isn't red into purple, it would be very, very good for a Dragon Soul. So if it was like yellow to red, I mean yellow to purple or something like that. Did I say red? I meant anything to purple, basically, that wasn't red, would work really, really good in a Dragon Soul team, as well as just in Dragon teams as well. Because it would work for Elamagrim, it would work for Dragon Soul, it would work for Christine X, and and it would just be very amazing. Yeah, probably yellow into purple. Probably be the best one. Kind of like what Shadow Dragon already does, except as a empowered. Would make dragon teams really good, especially if they added a half mana start troop to it to also support it. Let's see. Spam Demon or Angel. Ban Hammer. No, just kidding. But anyways, guys, are there any other questions? Otherwise, I believe I am going to be heading off for now. We'll be back later tonight in 6.5 hours from now. And we'll just be doing the usual, going over invasions. I believe that'll be the last of invasions, too. I think we'll kind of be done after that. Because I believe by the time we get to the other one, we'll pretty much already be there. As far as our guild already having all the points. But yeah, we'll be just doing invasion one more time probably tonight. Yeah, we'd already pretty much be done by tomorrow. So we'll do that tonight, claim our orbs, and just go from there. Let's see. Let's see. Well, yeah, thank you very, very much, Drizzy. Any amount is super, super appreciated. It really helps out a lot. But yeah, I guess I'll see y'all later. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the summer. And I'll see y'all later tonight, later in the weekend. And if not, best of luck trying to get the new Mythic. And I guess I'll see you all on Monday otherwise for the new event video, everyone. So, goodbye, everyone.